Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hustlers, makers, and content creators, welcome to the only stream on planet Earth dedicated to mobile content creators and mobile YouTubers. So if that is what you are, if that is what you are into, or if that is what you aspire to be, but you're not yet a subscriber, go ahead and hit the subscribe button followed by the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Today, more mobile channel reviews. Yay! And I'm also going to be answering your mobile content creator and mobile YouTuber questions. Per usual, there's a link in the description below that's going to open up a form. If you can drop your question in there, that keeps everything nice and neat, and there's a better chance I can get to your question if you do it that way, because the stream gets going kind of fast and I'm looking at my phone and doing all the stuff, and it's hard to see what is going on. So let's start this off by saying, like, what's up? How's everybody doing? Can we get a hell yeah in the chat? Kicking this thing off right. Give this stream a thumbs up. Share this out on your favorite social media platform. I'm going to be checking this back on Twitter. I'll be pulling up Twitter. I'll be retweeting. I'll be showing your stuff here on the stream. You know how it's done here. Can we get ahead? There it goes. Let it go. Beanie Draws, what is going on? The Mitten Dad, what is going on? Mitten Dad, by the way, I think a little bit later on, let's find out what the audience thinks about your name change. I'm choking on my own excitement here. Tube Techie, how's it going? Totally Horror, how's it going? Ill for Core Fix, how's it going? Flash in your pan, what's going on, brother? Christina, how's it going? Tim Yonsei, what is up? Panda Kid 22, Midnight Madness 4x4. What's going on, Charlie? RPM Nexus, MD Bros, Mr. Moo Moo, what is going on? Awesome Kai, MMA Pixels, Science Gal, Susan Taylor Brown, how's it going? Honey, whoo, everybody's here. Tana Does Tech. The gang's all here. Look at this. PhotoFin, first and foremost, I want to say congratulations, PhotoFin, for hitting the 300 subscriber milestone. Dude, if you can hit 300, you can hit 3,000. Just keep pushing. Put your head down, be strategic, and grind it out. I also want to congratulate, I don't know if he's in here yet or not, but I didn't catch it when we were live on Friday, but I noticed it during the replay when I was just making sure everything was okay. Eric, is it Walt? Eric Walt? I think it's Eric Walt, hit 1,000 subscribers. So brothers, you come in here, a little bit of a delayed congratulations on that. So can we get a hashtag congratulations to everybody who's hitting milestones? And if you're hitting a milestone right now, tell us about it. Like, this is the community. Let us know about the milestones that you are hitting. So yeah, if you hit 100 subscribers, if you hit 200, if you did 300, 400, 1,000, whatever you hit recently, let's go ahead and do this. Congratulate everyone hitting milestones, because that means you are making progress. If you're not, keep going. YouTube Creator Academy, rebranded to YouTube Creators. Go there, study it, learn how the platform works, keep making content, be consistent and focus. I'm going to take these off. It's already getting hot in here. Hot in here. Okay, you haven't hit 100 yet. Okay, right on. Simply Maytay is 3 subscribers, 3 from hitting 200. So those of you who are into the type of content that Simply Maytay is into, might want to go over there and show some love. All right. Well, yeah, a lot of milestones coming in. This is awesome. You guys you're on the grind. I love it. So, look, I'm going to get to your mobile questions here just in a little bit, but I want to thank TubeBuddy for sponsoring today's show, making it all possible. Link in the description below for TubeBuddy, for Android, for iPhone, for your desktop browser. And I finally set up the browser here so I can come in and I can show you guys how to do things like choose a good title in TubeBuddy if you have the TubeBuddy browser version. I'm not tackling the app today. I'm actually going to be going all over the browser side. So I'm going to be loading this up and showing you how I come up with titles, how everybody else comes up with titles. I'm going to break this down for you to kind of explain. I know a lot of people are like, how do I pick the right title using TubeBuddy? I'm not sure. Well, I got you covered. Today we're gonna tackle all of that. So hang around for that. What's going on here? Blitz Nitro, how's it going? Blitz Nitro, you need help with subs. Everybody needs help with subs. You need help with making content that people are interested in. First thing you need to think about is, what value are you delivering to the people who are watching your content? If all you think about is subs, if all you think about is numbers, you will chase them forever. When you get 100, you're going to need 500. When you get 500, you're going to need 1,000, so on and so forth, right? When you get 1 million, you're going to want 10 million. If you're chasing numbers, you will always chase numbers. But if you think about what value you can bring to the people who are watching your content, you will grow if you do provide value. I promise you that. Hey, Heidi, Costume CO, what is going on? Nice to see you in here, Heidi. And how excited are we getting for Game of Thrones? It's coming. Like, I can't wait. Just a few more weeks. I'm like completely fired up about that. Fired up. Yeah. You know what? Moderators, anyone who says subscribe to PewDiePie, just kick them out of the chat. That's so, like, just find better stuff to do with your time than running around saying subscribe to PewDiePie. I don't care if you like PewDiePie or not. I don't care if you like T-Series or not. If you're, I mean, look, what are you doing with your time, right? I guarantee if I pulled up your channel right now, I guarantee that you're like sucking. I guarantee you are not getting stuff together. And here you are running around wasting your time, blowing your time, chasing PewDiePie. Subscribe to PewDiePie. Priorities, man. Get it together. Get it together. It doesn't even matter, like Tim Yonsei says. It doesn't matter. They don't even know who you are. So, you know, wasting your time, dude. Hey, Malays Nguyen. Hey, Vietnamese name. I just got back from Vietnam. Hello from Seattle. Hopefully I'm not too late. You are fashionably late. I started exactly 8 minutes ago to the second right now, 8 minutes ago. So, welcome. Hey, Pre Patel. How's it going? Awesome, Kai. Agreed. Glue Guns and Roses, how's it going? The Mac hit 300 subs yesterday. Congratulations. Robin Hood Warrior, hello from Texas. Marisol A, you're also 8 minutes and 17 seconds late. And Viper's in the house. We can all go home now. Viper just got a new camera. He got the Viper. You just upgraded from the Sony A6400. I forgot what you upgraded to. It was another Sony. I'm really curious to see, like, if you think it was worth the upgrade from the 6400 to the new one. Really curious. Hey, Alan Osborne, how's it going? Viper always comes in dropping fire. Dropping the fire. Okay, it's okay. Do you think is there a big difference in the quality of the footage? Because I've got an A6500 over here, and I've been considering that upgrade to that camera, actually. Hey, Dan, Creator Fundamentals, what's it going? He says, are you attending Vid Summit this year? Dan, if I have to crawl on my knees to Vid Summit this year, I will be there. I'll be there. Yeah, absolutely, dude. I'm going to be there. Who's going to Vid Summit this year? Dan's going. I know Dan's going to be there. And Dan, we will try a round 2 for collaboration. Who else is going to Vid Summit? The A. Okay, so do you think it's a lot better, Viper, than the A6400? Like, is it worth the price increase? Like, is it like, whoa, you need to upgrade? Do you think it's like that big of a upgrade? Christina's going. Awesome. Looking forward to seeing you there. Beanie. Yeah, Beanie's got to find his way there, even if he has to ride a kangaroo. I love it. Yes, it's worth every penny. Oh, man, Viper. I'm going to have to go spend money now. I'm going to have to go blow some money. Hey, Alex Tox. How's it going? Flash and Pan says, I'd like to get there, but it's not looking that way. That's okay. It will be there every single year. Uncle Dan says, I'm not allowed at the summit. You are probably banned from all of the summits. Hey, Football Art, how's it going, David? Nice to see you in here. All right, look, so I am going to dig straight into these questions because they are piling up fast. Again, first come, first serve on these questions. I won't get through all of them today. So if you want to make sure that you get your question answered, go down there, click on that link. It's the second link down. And by the way, if you're wondering, hey, the MAC, what's going on? If you're wondering how you get your channel pulled up for a review, go down and read the description. I've got like a red emoji, like a little stop icon, and I mentioned how I pull channels up for review. A lot of people don't understand because I haven't been that clear. I'm taking full responsibility for that one, but now the clarity is there in the description. So head down there and read the description. And by the way, before I went live, somebody asked me if I could share with them a link to the Google header art. I know a lot of people are making channel banners. They're making it on their phone and they're loading it up and it's too small. It doesn't fit. I could link out to one of my videos right now, but I'm going to link directly to the image. So if that's you, if you need this, download this. Don't leave the chat. I need you here in the chat. Download this, and that's the actual full-size template that you have to build your YouTube channel banner on. Okay, we're also going to say, okay, the Mitten Dad. You know what? Before I forget, we're going to tackle this right now. Right now, we're going to get on this. There's 58 people in here, so we want to get 58 responses. So the Mitten Dad, can you post your two choices for a channel name. So one of our community members, the Mitten Dad, he's wanting to change his channel name. He has an outdoor channel. He likes to do outdoorsy type stuff. Most of it's outside. He taught, you know, chainsaws, log splitters, that sort of thing. Yeah, go ahead and post your channel name right there, and then we're going to see what people have to say, what their opinions are. You see 72 on your end, Flash. Okay, well, I obviously cannot count. So there's 72 people in here, and we're going to help the Mitten Dad choose his channel name. He's going to rebrand everything. He's been going under the Mitten Dad, but it's not really like a dad channel or a parenting channel. So here are the options. Option number 1, Gull Creek Outdoors. I'm gonna put this in here right now. Gull Creek Outdoors. That's the first one. Oh, he changed it. Gull Creek Outdoors. Gull Creek is the creek that runs through his property. The second one is Outdoors with Eric. So if you can copy and paste which one of those names that you think is the best for an outdoor channel, go ahead and copy paste that in right now, and then you can keep track of that and then figure out, you know, whichever one they say. I'm gonna go start answering questions, and then you can keep track of what people say. So copy and paste whichever one of those names you like the best so he can see it. Let's crowdsource this and help a community member out. And it looks like already out of the gate, it's looking like Outdoors with Eric is like a hands down winner on this one. So you guys keep doing that, and I'm going to dig into the questions right here into the form below. Okay, first question comes from Elite Fitness. How's it going? It says, what do you think about my thumbnails, titles, and descriptions? Okay, I just added a new thing on the form here that says, please don't ask for a review in the form. We're pulling those up randomly. However, because I do watch your channel, I will tell you that I think in terms of your thumbnails, some of your pictures look kind of washed out. I don't know if you're using a phone or an older camera. Some of the pictures look modern and they look crisp. Some of them look like the colors are a little bit washed out. So first piece of advice for you is just try to get your thumbs up to point, colorful and crispy. If you've got an old camera or old phone or something like that you're taking them with, it is definitely time for an upgrade. All right, next question. Wow, these are pouring in. This one comes from Abram Tech Reviews. He says, I'm so nervous on how to edit properly. We've all been there. And I can never seem to figure it out. It took me 3 weeks to figure out how to make lower thirds, and I'm still struggling on how to edit. What creators besides Peter McKinnon and Justin Odisio should I watch in order to learn? Are there any sort of classes that I can sign up to in order to learn how to edit better? Please help me because I'm very close. Thank you much. You are the man. Okay, so who struggles? Hey, the Turtle of Legends, how's it going? Tight Talk, how are you doing? IT Career Skills, nice to see you back. Who here struggles with video editing? If you struggle with video editing, type in yes right now. If you don't, just type in no, because then I'm just going to assume that you're a pro at video editing. Gamer Mark, how's it going? Everybody struggles with video editing when they're getting started. It's like anything else, right? First time you drive a car, first time you ride a motorbike, you are terrified, right? You're not sure, what does this do? What does this do? Right? Think about it like you're driving a car or driving a motorbike or riding a bicycle. You are terrified, but the more you do it, the better you get. And you will reach a point to where it's like you don't even think about, oh, this is a big struggle for me, unless it's a huge project with a bunch of layers. But then, you know, again, it's still not that big of a deal. You get used to it. It gets good. Hey, James the Broviar, thank you so much for the 10 spot, brother. It says, thanks for all you do, D. Can I please get a channel review? You absolutely can, James. You are first in the queue. Let me answer some questions and hang out in the chat a little bit, and then we'll get into the channel reviews. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. In terms of channels to watch, off the top of, hey, Joseph Andrews, how's it going? In terms of channels to watch, I would just go to YouTube and I would type in how to edit videos. And then I would start looking for people who are editing on the type of software that you're editing on. There's a ton of people out there that are giving editing tutorials. But what I do recommend, I think your name was a Tech. The Mitten Dad says, thank you for the fan base. Yeah, man. So the people have spoken. Eric, what did the people say? The people have spoken, and it was what? Let me back up here. What did they say? The Mitten Dad. Hey, Dr. Stin, how's it going? The Mitten Dad. What was the people's choice on that? Yeah, Metal for Uncle Dan. Metal for Breakfast is an amazing editor, amazing editor. But I don't think he teaches you how to edit. But you should subscribe to him anyway, just because he's dope. Okay, so Outdoors with Eric was leading. It surprises me. There you go. What I like about Outdoors with Eric, so that wasn't a name that we talked about before. So Outdoors with Eric, my personal opinion, hands down. Hands down. It says boom. Outdoors, and that's a pretty wide net, right? Outdoors. You could be fishing, you could be chainsawing trees, you could be hunting, you could be whittling, whatever. You could be doing anything outdoors. With Eric, it personalizes the channel. It lets people know what your name is, right? And names can be important, like the Mitten Dad. Okay, I know you as the Mitten Dad. Outdoors with Eric, boom, I instantly know you as Eric. So yeah, huge upgrade right there. So my opinion, I would also go with that. Hey, Robin Hood Warrior, you were the coolest, brother. You're the one who came here to hang out with me today. Pauline Newman, welcome back, Pauline Newman. I hope you're having an awesome weekend. Tim Yonsei says, yeah, it does not define to an area of Gull Creek. Exactly. Gull Creek is just Gull Creek. Also, when you think Gull Creek, I think fly fishing. Right? When I think creek, I don't think that that's just a creek running through your property. You know that. It's your channel. I'm thinking, okay, it's a creek. Are you fly fishing? Are you picking up crawdads? What is it that you're doing? Outdoors with Eric. Boom. Done. Change that. Hey, Eric, wait. What? I was just talking about you, dude. So PhotoFin just hit 300. And right when this comes on, you're going to see that I talk about you. And I got your name correct. I didn't remember if it was Wait or White for your name, but congratulations on 1,000 subscribers. And everybody did like a hashtag congratulations. So watch this on the replay. It was probably around the 10-minute mark or 5-minute mark, something like that. So huge congratulations. He says, I can't upload a new channel art. I did this. The server keeps rejecting it. Did Google screw things up? Are you doing it on your phone? I'm getting a lot of people leaving comments under my videos saying they can't upload. By the way, Google has changed how you do this on a mobile device. I have a video on it. It's one of my last videos. Make sure you check that out. If Google is still having problems and you can't upload it, then yeah, it's probably on their end right now. Or you could also try a different browser. If you try it on Chrome and it doesn't work, download the Puffin browser. Puffin is a great app that usually works for most of the stuff I try to do when I put it in desktop mode. Gaming with Wayne says, do you rock? Keep up the great work. You rock, Wayne. In terms of editors, we're going to rein it back in here. Editors. Yeah, man, just go how to edit videos and like anything else, practice. Supreme Nick, how's it going? All things now. How's it going? Little Heartling, how's it going? Okay, Eric. So if you're trying different browsers and it's not working, if you don't have access to a desktop, I would try, or if you do, I would try it there. If you don't, wait a few days and try it. I'm getting a lot of comments under my video saying it's not working for them either. I don't know what's going on with Google. I know they're shutting, I don't know if it's officially shut down yet, but they're shutting down Google Plus, or I think it already might be completely shut down. And that's, everything was connected there. So they're kind of reworking things. So it might be on their end. Sweeney Dunstan Gaming, hashtag Nimminati. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Let's see. And in terms of software, when you're just, let's say you're using Premiere, or let's say you're using HitFilm Express, you can say how to edit videos on HitFilm Express or how to edit videos on Filmora. Just type that in and just go down the rabbit hole until you find someone who explains it to you in a manner that understands. There's going to be a lot of people out there giving you tutorials on how to do it, but until you find somebody who speaks your language in a way that you understand, like, oh, okay, I get it. I like how this person teaches me. Just keep looking for that person. And Eric, wait, yeah, man, just keep trying. Just keep trying. I'm getting a lot of comments under my video as well on that. Next question. This one comes from Lamb's Cinematic Tech Reviews. It says, which editing software do you suggest I use in order to make my edits? Adobe, Final Cut, Filmora, or do you have one better in mind? Man, that's a there's a lot of options out there. I personally use Vegas Pro number 16. I think that's what they're on right now. If I were to start over, like just I have no editing experience whatsoever, I would probably go with Premiere, just because it seems like you can do the most with Premiere. However, if you're just doing basic cuts and you don't need to do any fancy pants editing and that sort of thing, yeah, go with like Filmora. Filmora is fantastic. You can go with HitFilm Express. You can go with DaVinci Resolve, which I believe is free. El Jefe is in the house. What's going on, El Jefe? Nice to see you in here, brother. Give Paloma a big, big hug for me. Ultimo Dragon 05, how's it going? Christina says, I need to be told like you talk to a kindergartner. Okay, so that's the thing. Man, I'm glad you said that, Christina. I have a problem, and maybe a lot of us have the same problem. If I want to learn how to do something, I don't want people to throw big words at me. I don't like, okay, I also understand that if you are trying to do stuff within the business world, there's terminology that you need to use, right? I get that. And especially if you're doing things and you want to attract a certain type of customer, you need to speak their language. You need to use their vocabulary in order to speak, in order to attract those types of people, verticals and all business jargon and all that stuff. But if you're just throwing a wide net out there and you're trying to teach people how to do things, you need to bring down your vocabulary. You need to speak to people like on a 6th grade or 7th grade or 8th grade level, because that's going to help that information get through. There's actually been studies done on this. There's actually been, it's so weird. That, no bigly words. Hey, Leron, how's it going? Nice to see you in here, Leron. Leron, I just saw your microphone picture that you're working on your podcast. Christina says, right, I need kindergarten level. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I forgot who posted it, but somebody just linked something up on Twitter a couple days ago. They studied all of the U.S., the people who ran for president, like the past several elections, and all of the presidents who spoke at, like, I want to say it was like a 6th grade or 8th grade level when they gave their speeches, all of those were the winners. And all the ones who spoke at a higher grade level, all of them lost. So there's something to be said about bringing it down a little bit and really simplifying things. Hold on, did Leroy or did El Jefe just come out with a killer video that I missed? Okay, Taper John. All right, moving on to the next question. This one comes from Christina, your real estate whisperer. She says, what app can you use to make those smooth, slow video shots like Peter McKinnon? Do you need special editing software for that as well? Christina, what are you currently editing on? Are you editing on an app? Are you editing on software on your computer? You're talking about that slow motion, right? The buttery smooth slow motion, right? What are you editing with? You're getting busy, ready to stream. Oh, okay, right on. So the first thing you need to do, if you want buttery smooth slow motion, you need to shoot at a higher frame rate. Okay, you're using Final Cut Pro. Okay, pay attention. First thing you need to do is make sure this happens camera side first. You need to shoot at a higher frame rate. You need to look into your camera or look into your phone, whatever you're using for a camera source, and it might be set for 24 frames per second or 30 frames per second, or it might be 60 frames per second. I'm not sure. But if you want to slow it down, like what you're looking at right now is 30 frames per second, right? That means that there's literally like 30 photographs. Let's simplify it and say it's like 30 photographs are played together in 1 second, and that makes the movement, okay? The more photographs you add to that second, the smoother it's going to get. So if you add 60 photographs to that second, then you can slow it down a little bit more and get a smoother slow motion. If you add 120 frames per second, you can slow it down even more. So guys like Peter McKinnon, when you're seeing that really dope slow motion B-roll, most of them are shooting at 120 frames per second, which is basically 120 photographs into that one picture. Then they shoot that on the camera side, right? That's in the camera. Then they put it into their video editor. Leron. So they put this into their video editor, and I know guys like Peter McKinnon, if you're doing more cinematic type material, you'll probably render out your final video at 24 frames per second. That gives you that cinema look. Have you ever watched television and say, okay, this looks like a movie, like the quality of that looks like a movie, and then this particular show looks like a TV show, right? One of them looks like a TV show, one of them looks like a movie, and you're not really sure why. Usually the TV shows are shot in 30 frames per second, and it gives it that video look. Movies are mostly shot in 24 frames per second, and it gives it like a more of a cinematic look. Guys like Peter McKinnon, they'll shoot in 120 frames per second. And by the way, yeah, Beanie says 60 frames per second is great for reality shows, but it looks horrible in movies. Exactly. So Peter McKinnon will shoot in 120 frames per second. He puts it into his video editor, Final Cut Pro or Premiere, whatever he's using. I think it's Premiere. And then he slows it down, whatever percentage he wants to slow down. So it came in at 120 frames per second, and his timeline is set for 24 frames per second. Now, Christina, I don't know if you're shooting, I don't know if your timeline is 24 frames per second or 30 frames per second. For what you're doing, probably 30 frames per second, I'm guessing. But once you pull in the 124 frames or 120 frames per second, then you slow that down. You could slow it down by, 50% if you wanted to. There's an actual chart on that. You know what? I think I've got this listed. But a phone can't go 120 frames per second, right? Oh, absolutely it can. You have an iPhone. Yeah. So Christina, here, let me show you this, Christina. What are you filming with? Are you filming with an app? Hey, Dr. Stan, are you filming with an app, Christina, or are you filming with the native recorder in the iPhone? Because I'll show you how to do it right here. I don't have that set up on my mobile phone. My slow-mo was awkward using KineMaster. Yes, exactly. Speed ramping, Leon, that's a whole nother thing. It's super dope, right? Speed ramping, what that means, speed ramping is you have your normal timeline at your normal speed, and then you can speed up right before you get to your footage that you want to slow down. So it's kind of like, literally, it's a ramp, right? You speed up to that footage, and then you slow it down. It gives you that really cool thing. Sometimes you'll see people come up and around corners, and you'll go, whoa, that was really cool. They just came really fast around the corner. They sped up, and it slowed down. That's called speed ramping. Using both app and phone built in. Okay, so give me 1 second, Christina. Let me make sure. Who has an iPhone in here? If you're using an iPhone, type in iPhone right now. I'm curious how many iPhone Android users we have. Yes, Jesse Driftwood is amazing at speed ramping. So give me 1 second here, Christina, and let me get you pulled up and make sure my iPhone is ready to go here. I want to make sure I'm telling you to go to the right place. Okay, so Christina, what you want to do, let's do it here. So what you want to do, Christina, is go into your settings. And this is everyone who has an iPhone. You can go into your settings and then come down till you see camera, right? You're going to see camera right there. If you tap on camera, you're going to come down and you're going to see record video, and you're going to see record slow motion. So you can tap on either one of those, and depending on which iPhone you have, it's going to give you different options in here based on what you can shoot with your particular phone. So on this particular phone, I can shoot 1080p up to 60 frames per second. Same with 4K. I can shoot up to 60 frames per second. But I could also come down to the bottom and record slow-mo. That's iPhone's built-in slow motion feature. And as you can see right here, I can shoot 1080p at 120 frames per second. Now, iPhone is going to record this. Then when you pulled it into Final Cut Pro, you just slow it down. You can slow it down, 10%, 20%. I might have, give me 1 second here. There is a chart here. Hold on 1 second. Let me make sure I've got it right, because I don't want to give you the wrong information. Give me 1 second here. 120. There it is. Okay. So if you're shooting in 30 frames per second, you can slow it down by about 20%, right? So it's about 80% real time. If you're shooting, and that keeps it nice and slow. If you're shooting in 60 frames per second, you can slow it down to about 40% real time. And if you're shooting in 120 frames per second, you can slow it all the way down to about 20% real time, or reduce it down by, slow it down by 80%. So Christina, I hope that was helpful. Now, if you're using an app like Filmic Pro, okay, I don't have Filmic Pro set up sideways on here. Let me see what I can do. So if you've got Filmic Pro, by the way, this is like a really cool way to do this. I just realized that I can make another camera with by doing it this way. Very cool. So this is how I'm doing all of my switching. So if you see me switching between cameras, or between, if you see me switching between like that, for example, I'm doing all of that right here in the Elgato Stream Deck. And I think that's really cool that I can do that. So Christina, if anybody's in here, or Christina or anybody else is using Filmic Pro, so if you go into Filmic and you go down to the little settings icon right here and you tap on that, it's going to open up the settings down here. And then you can go to frame rate, which is right there. Boom, right? And then once frame rate is tapped, thank you, Always Think Positive. You are cool too. Nice. Hey, Moon Allured, how you doing? And then once you tap on frame rate, you can come in here and you can choose 24, 25, 30. You see all of these options up here at the top. And you can crank it all the way up to 120. This one comes up to 240. And then you can choose. I usually do the capture and the playback the same because I'll do my editing somewhere else. But by default, I'll usually shoot 60 frames per second on my phone. Just gives some more footage to work with. So if you're using Filmic Pro, that's how you do it there. I do hope that was very helpful. Mr. Moo Pug, that is Filmic Pro. I'll write that in the chat right now. Filmic Pro is, in my opinion, the best video editing app on the market. It's available for both Android and iOS. Okay, who uses Filmic Pro? I'm about to blow your mind here. Hey, Scully's House of Thrillers. Who uses Filmic Pro? Does anyone in here use it? Because I'm about to show you something really, really cool. Christina, thank you so much. Christina says, thank you for taking the time to help me. That means a lot to me. Hey, thank you. Happy to have, that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. So here's how much does Filmic Pro cost? Mark, be honest with you, I'm not sure. I bought it a long, long time ago. But I don't know. It might be around $20 or something like that. Just go to the Apple Store or the Play Store and look it up and see how much it costs. I paid for it a long time ago. But let me show you something really cool here. Let me make sure my stuff is connected. 1 second. So basically, if you have, that's not too bad. Okay, Mark. So also there's another app available called Moment. I'm going to drop it in the chat here. It's called Moment. I actually have a video coming on this fairly soon. I did one earlier with an iPhone 7. Wasn't that impressed, but I've since recorded more with my iPhone XS and my Android. It's dope. It costs like $3. It's the Moment video app. It also takes pictures. So let me show you this. How many people? Okay, it's $14.99. Totally worth it. If you're filming a lot of content on your phone and you want complete manual controls, Filmic Pro, and then learn how to use it. I've got some videos coming on Filmic Pro. It's a huge, huge request. Hey, Veronica Plays, how's it going? So check this out. If you have 2 iPhones, now as far as I know, this is not available on Android just yet, but I'm going to guess that it might be coming because I know that they've got this on Filmic Pro on Android too. So if you have 2 iPhones, and this is an older one, this is an iPhone 7, right? Hey, Tanya Does Tech. Thanks for your help last stream, bro. And yes, Apple took a penny from the super chat. Right? Right? Hey, Let's Play RC. How's it going? So check this out. So Filmic Pro has another app called Filmic Remote. So on this phone, you know what? I'm actually going to use the camera on this phone to show you what it is. So it's called Filmic Remote. Ooh, it's a little bit out of focus there. Filmic Remote. Do you see that one right there? Do you see that? Filmic Remote. So if you have 2 iPhones or an iPad or an iPhone, so what you can do is they have to be on the same Wi-Fi signal. Hey, DBZ Legends. Hey, Neo Crypto Cruising. How's it going, brother? So if you got 2 iPhones, they have to be on the same Wi-Fi signal. You open up one of them on Filmic Remote, right? No iPhone found. So you open up Filmic on one of them. Hold on 1 second here. Hold on. Where's the remote? Well, come on. Are these both hooked up? Where is it at now? Hold on. Remote control is on. Why can't I see remote control? Okay, hang on 1 second here. Oh, there it is. So I turn on remote control right there. Remote control gets turned on right here on Filmic Pro. And on this one, the Filmic remote gets activated. Then it asks me if I want to connect the iPhone XS. So I do. And then I get to choose how long I want it to connect. So let's just say 1 hour. Now check this out. Now what's happened is my iPhone 7 has now turned into a monitor. My iPhone 7 has now turned into a monitor. And let me actually, yeah, it's turned into an actual monitor here. Hold on. Focus. Give me 1 second. I got to actually flip this. Filmic remote. Connect. Right. So it's turned into a monitor. So what this does, if you're wondering, okay, yeah, big deal. This is a huge deal because normally if you're shooting yourself with your phone, you have to use the front camera like a selfie camera, which is a lesser quality. Or you can do something like El Jefe did and put a mirror, which was genius, on the other side of his phone. But with Filmic Remote and Filmic Pro, you can now use the back camera, right? You can use the back camera of your iPhone and then use another Apple device as a monitor. So you can get the best quality possible from the actual camera itself. And there I am, double there. Check me out. There we go. Right? You can get the best quality possible because it's now filming from the backside, and then you can monitor it on another device. That is, I can't even tell you how helpful that is if you are trying to shoot yourself with an iPhone. Hey, Jackie. Yeah, it is very cool. It's really amazing. And as far as I know, they don't have it just yet for Android. I hope they have it soon. Double D. That's right. You got two Ds. Two Ds are better than one. Double D. Let's not make it weird. Okay, I'm going to jump back into the... I'm going to jump back. Marisol A, Filmic Pro is available for Android, but as far as I know, Filmic Pro Remote is not. So yeah, you have to just deal with it normally so far on Android, but with the iPhone, you can actually use the iPhone as a remote. Let's not make it weird. That's right. All right. And that probably took a lot longer than it should have, but I wasn't prepared to show you that, so I had to kind of set it up on the fly. All right, next question. This one comes from, hold on here, where'd it go? Oh, this is good. James the Brovior says, how do you get past stage fright? I have a couple of written scripts. I'm just afraid to record and upload. Does that sound familiar to anybody? Hey, Robin Hood Warrior, thank you so much for the $2. Much appreciated. Do you want me to get your channel pulled up for a review? Just let me know. Guys, if you're leaving a super chat to cut to the front of the line, make sure you let me know in the note that you want a channel review, or if you're just supporting the cause or whatever. So who here still struggles with stage fright, or you do have stage fright and it's stopping you from getting started? Apple World's in the house. What is going on? Apple World, I was just giving a little Apple demonstration here about one of the cool things that you can do with iPhones. Okay, so sub boxes galore. They've got stage fright. Just do it, man. Always 100. You've got stage fright. Hey, Mr. Toxic. 30-day reviews. How's it going? No stage fright. Okay, Moon Lord has stage fright. So stage fright's one of those things that I'm going to say 99.9% of the creators go through. Like, there's something about sitting in front of a camera that is just really awkward. And it's just the same as if you're a musician and you go to play a concert. It doesn't matter if you're in front of one person or 10,000 people, you're still playing in front of someone, and you get those, the stage fright, those jitters. The best thing that you can do, and I know this sounds elementary and you're like, okay, yeah, of course, that's the answer. The best thing that you can do is just do it. As much as it terrifies you, like, that's exactly why you have to do it. The more terrified you are, the more you have to do it. Now, it's not like you're going to do it one time and it's going to be, oh, okay, now it's over. No, you're still going to be scared, but I promise you, the more that you do it, the more comfortable you will get in front of the camera. You might totally do away with it. Some people never do away with it. There might always be that little bit of thing in the back of your head. Yeah, what if people think something about me or whatever. But one thing that really, helps a lot of people is if you really dig deep inside and think about, why are you afraid? Are you afraid that someone's going to find out that you're doing it? Are you afraid that people are going to think you suck? Are you afraid that you're not going to be good enough? Are you afraid that your parents are going to frown upon you because you're doing something on YouTube and here you are, here's our son or daughter here on YouTube, they're embarrassing the family? Right? Everybody kind of builds these things up in their head and they have all of these reasons and excuses why, stage fright comes, with a reason. So those of you, okay, so 30-day reviews, there you go. 30-day reviews, we're in the same boat. He says, I'm just not a good speaker. Dude, I'm with you. 30-day reviews. I'm in the exact same boat with you, 30-day reviews. I mean, exactly. For those of you who have been on board with what I'm doing since the beginning, you know that I started streaming with Nick last December, January, February, March, about a year and 3 months ago. Okay. About a year and 3 months ago, I started doing live streams with my brother. And if you go back and you watch those live streams, you can probably see how timid I am, how I wasn't just kind of letting loose. I was letting him carry, 99% of the show. El Jefe says, I don't have good vocabularistics, but I'm getting better. Yeah. I don't either. Right? Look, part of this whole process of being a creator is just, you're figuring out as you go. Some people, look, you guys have been coming into my live streams. You come into my live streams with my brother, and that's where you can truly tell how someone can speak or communicate. You've seen my brother, the guy doesn't breathe. You just turn him on, press go, and he can go for an hour. He can just go. He can just go and go and go. But he did sales. He owned a sales company. He has massive experience, probably 10 or 15 years doing Gear Vlogs, doing actual sales. Face-to-face sales. So he's no longer intimidated by the camera. He's no longer intimidated by what people are going to think about him. He just goes, right? And he can hold it together pretty well. Me, I stumble all the time. I have a really difficult time putting my thoughts into words. This is always this entire year, my channel's almost a year old. It will be a year old next month, April 7th or something like that, right? This entire year, almost 100 videos, I've struggled with putting my thoughts into words, and it's a constant battle for me, because I don't have a large vocabulary. If you hang out with me, I'm not going to use big words. Just not going to do it, because I don't speak that way. But I still want to make sure that I can explain things in a manner that people understand, so I want to make sure that I choose the right words. Neil says, I have the ability of making people follow my madness, right? So, yeah, I don't have a huge vocabulary, and I trip over my words a lot. If you watch me record a video, it will take me a lot of takes. I'm getting better. I'm definitely getting better. It took me a really long time when I first started. Now I'm a lot more efficient, but it still takes me a lot of takes because I say the wrong thing, or I get started and I trip up over my words. So, everybody who has this, 30-day reviews, he's saying he chooses the wrong words, or he's afraid that he's going to say the wrong facts. Welcome to the club. We all do. We all do. Pauline Newman says, I have no problem singing in front of hundreds of people, but there are times when I sit down to film, everything goes wrong, and when that happens, I stop filming and leave it for another day. Yeah. I'm a musician. I spent probably the better part of my youth. I spent my entire 20s with various bands. I was a hired gun as a bass player. I've played in front of enormous crowds, thousands and thousands and thousands of people. And when I first started, I was terrified. But, after a while, it's just, time to make the donuts. You just go in and you're in your element. But that didn't prepare me for speaking, because I wasn't a singer. I'm a bass player. I was always kind of off into the back. I've never been like intimate, just me and a camera or me speaking to people. So naturally, right? Like I, like a lot of you, I'm not terrified of speaking. Yeah, Joseph Andrews, I play bass, man. I haven't played in a while. I've got carpal tunnel pretty bad. So I was a hired gun. Yeah. I was Paulie Newman, yes. Drummers and bass players get it all, man. Yeah, so Joseph Andrews, dude, I took bass lessons. I lived down in LA. I took lessons from Billy Sheehan. I took lessons from, who else did I take that you might know? Tim Bogert from Vanilla Fudge. I took lessons from Stuart Ham. I took a couple lessons from him. So I was like really, I was like into it. Like that was like career thing. Yeah. Where's that? Oh yeah. So anyway, like, I'm not going to say I'm terrified of speaking, but I'm still uncomfortable with it because I always in the back of my head, I'm thinking I'm not doing it well enough. I'm not using the right words. I'm not explaining things correctly, whatever. So like for me, naturally, when I'm looking at this, I'm like, okay, this scares me. I got to do it. So my next goal, like I have my channel, right? That's what I'm doing right now. Now I'm working on a course. When my course is finished, the next thing I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start speaking at the, at events and teach, holding seminars, teaching people how to do this stuff live, teaching people how to film with their phone, teaching people how to put the apps together, teaching people how to be mobile filmmakers, mobile YouTubers, do that live. I want to speak because for me, that's going to like standing live in front of a crowd of people speaking. That's a lot different than playing bass. So that's going to help me get over that fear a little bit better. Neil says there's no better sound than a slap bass riff. Absolutely. I can slap, man. I can slap. So here's a fun story. I went to music school out in California, and the guy who lived above me was not at the time. He's because he's changed players a lot. But the guy who lived above me used to tour with James Brown as a bass player for James Brown, the James Brown. And I learned more from that dude. His nickname was Cat Daddy. So, I mean, just want to put that out there. Big old guy, right? Big old dude. His name was Cat Daddy. His nickname was Cat Daddy. I learned more from playing bass from that dude. We would just sit up and jam. And I learned more from that dude than anybody else, any book, any DVD, any one-on-one lessons. Like he just taught me, he toured with James Brown, right? Oh, that's all you need to say. Yeah, he was badass. Cat Daddy. Think about it. Your name is Cat Daddy. You have to be a badass at whatever it is that you do if your name is Cat Daddy, right? He was greasy too. He was like this greasy dude, born and raised in the 70s funk, like he was cool, really cool. Oh, he was like one of the coolest dudes. Yeah. Now we just got way sidetracked. We're talking about Cat Daddy. Woo. All right. So anyway, man, just to bring it all home, getting over stage fright, you just got to do it, dude. You just got to like tackle it, make it happen. You're going to suck. You're going to be embarrassed. You're going to hate the stuff that you made. Like you just got to go through it and you're going to get better the more you do it. Let's see here. Next question is, by the way, if you're just joining, link in the description below. It's going to take you to a form. Please drop your question in there. And I'm not looking at channels in here. So if you're putting like, hey, look at my channel here, this is not the way to do it. You can check my description. I explain how to get channels pulled up. Hold on here. Simply Mayte. However, because somebody is returning, Simply Mayte, I am going to pull you up a little bit later because you made some changes. Okay, this is perfect timing for this. Savage Wolf 180 says, how do I make good titles? How do I make good titles? Hey, ZXJ Gaming, how you doing? Les Claypool, yeah, Les Claypool. Les Claypool's a beast. Victor Wooten, yeah, man. Yeah, we can talk bass all day long. All day. You know what? I'm going to stop doing mobile stuff right now, and we're going to talk bass for the next 4 hours. Not really, but I could. Hey, Leather Smith Reviews, how's it going? But like I said, I have carpal tunnel really bad, so I haven't played. I haven't played in a couple years, so I'm probably really rusty. I have a lot of pain here when I go to play. Okay, so who has trouble? Who struggles with finding the right titles for their channel? If that's you, type in yes right now. Type in yes if you struggle finding the right titles for your videos, because I'm going to show you how I choose my titles. Oh, Neil, that's why, Neil, I knew I liked you. And Joseph, I knew, you know, like you come across these people online and you're like, there's something about that dude. Like I want to hang out with that dude. And Crypto Cruising and Fantastic Joe, I always got that vibe. Okay, so it looks like a lot of you are struggling with titles. Yes, 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 yes. Titles are tough, but I don't have a hybrid strategy that's been working well for me. Yeah, I'm not going to get into, oh, Dr. Stan, guitar player. Close enough, man. I'm not going to get into like full-on strategy, but I'm going to show like a step one with TubeBuddy. So of those of you, hey, Rabbit Care, how's it going? Those of you who do struggle with titles, do you have TubeBuddy? Do you have TubeBuddy installed? Yes or no? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I come up with titles here with TubeBuddy. James Abrabiar says, mods, is there a certain point where he does channel reviews? I did a super chat, just wondering. Oops, hold on here. Yeah, I talk for a little bit and I answer some questions. James Abrabiar. I've been streaming for about an hour. Maybe in about maybe 20 or 30 minutes, I'll start pulling up some channels. We'll play it by ear. Is TubeBuddy there? Oh, guys, good morning. Hey, good morning, Super Dave. Okay, so those of you who do have TubeBuddy, I'm not going to show you how to do it on vidIQ. And is TubeBuddy better than vidIQ? They both have different tools, you know. They both have different tools. I'm a big fan of TubeBuddy. Like vidIQ has some tools that are fantastic, but like I do the bulk of my work on TubeBuddy. Hey, Brian Infinity, how's it going? Subboxes Galore says, do you have a video on how to use TubeBuddy? I haven't made a dedicated video for how to use the app. First of all, my channel is mobile, so if I'm going to do a video on it, it's going to be app related. I haven't done an entire video on that because I've been told that they're working on some upgrades, and I don't want to make a video, only have to like remake that video shortly after. But what I'm going to show you here is how to use something on the desktop version, because a lot of people have the app, but a lot of people also have the desktop version. Surprisingly, like 20% of my viewers are desktop. So hold on here. Oh, great, great. Ooh, upgrades. Yeah, in terms of the free version, I'm not sure which is which. I've got paid. Everything that I use, if it's the apps, except for PixArt, I haven't paid for PixArt. I use the free version because you can get away with it just fine. But like stuff like you know, TubeBuddy or vidIQ or Morning Fame, yeah, I just pay for those. I pay for them because like this is something that I want to do seriously. Like I want to grow my channel. I want to have a course, and in order to get the course doing really well, I need, you know what I mean? I need to build a community up. Like I need to build this thing up. So when I look at these things, I'm like, okay, well, this is a monthly price. I'm going to pay it because this is really important to me. Mark Maxwell says, I have both browser extensions and they're both super helpful. Yeah. I mean, you can use everything. Like you can use, you know, look, there's TubeBuddy, there's Morning Fame, there's vidIQ, you know, whatever works best for you, or use them all. Like I have everything. So let me show you how I craft a title here. So give me just a second. So let me see if I want to go with a topic. Let me make sure I can pull this up. So the first thing I want to do, and I'm going to try to do, okay, hold on. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here to my little TubeBuddy icon. I'm going to tap on this. And by the way, this is after I've typed in things like this. So I might come in here and say, like, let's say I want to do a video on like how to edit with the KineMaster app, right? So I might come in here and say, you know, how to edit on KineMaster, and you'll see all of these drop downs right here. You know, how to edit on KineMaster, how to edit on KineMaster for beginners, how to edit KineMaster like a pro, how to edit on KineMaster for Android, for iPhone, right? So these are all things that people are searching for. So this is kind of where I start. Once I find something that people are searching for, I'm just going to put how to edit on KineMaster for Android. So we're going to focus on this for starting. And there's Justin Brown. Justin's always coming up. So how to edit on KineMaster for Android. So the first thing I'm going to do after that, I'm going to go down to TubeBuddy. I'm going to link in the description below for this. Now, what I'm about to show you, you don't have in the free version. You're going to see the weighted and unweighted. You don't get the weighted version for free. So I'm going to come down here to the Keyword Explorer. Then I'm going to enter a keyword and click Explore. So let's just say how to edit on KineMaster, right? Let's start there. Then I'm going to hit Explore. And then right here in the top, you're going to see my overall score. And then here, you're going to see weighted, and it's telling me that it's fair, 21 out of 100. And then unweighted, which is also fair, 23 out of 100. I'm not going to choose anything that says fair. And the difference here between the two, unweighted is a general score for that keyword, and it's based on general search volume and competition. So it's just kind of like a general ranking. However, weighted is how good the keyword is to target for your specific channel based on search volume, competition, relevancy, and how you compare to others currently ranking in the search. You need a pro license to use weighted. So I focus on weighted, and you should too. So how to edit on KineMaster, that's not good enough. So I might add on, you know, I have a choice. So I want to make it on iPhone. Let's see what that gives me. That gives me very good. How to edit on KineMaster with iPhone gives me a 74. It's a very good. Unweighted, it's good. I want something a little bit better. So I might do how to edit KineMaster on Android. Oops, I spelled it wrong, so hold on. Android. How to edit on KineMaster with Android. Okay, so that's fair for weighted and unweighted, so that's not really good. So let's try edit videos, right? I'm going to come back and I'm going to start making variations. What are these? How to edit? Okay. How to edit videos on Android. KineMaster. Nope. Okay, so let's try this. I'm looking for very good or I'm looking for excellent. So let's just say KineMaster video editing on Android. You see what I'm doing with this, right? I'm building it up. Very good, but I still want better. So KineMaster video editing Android. I'm going to drop that down. Good, not enough, right? So you see, like each time you're typing this stuff in here, it changes. Video editing on Android. And I spelled it wrong again. Video editing on Android, good. Oopsie, hold on here. Nope. So you see what I'm doing? I'm going to keep trying this and try this and try this and try this until, hey, Walter's World, how's it going? So let's say edit videos on KineMaster. Let's try this. Edit videos on KineMaster and just try Android. Fair. Okay, so I'm definitely not going to do that. So let's do video editing Android. Right? So now let's try to take off the video And you see what I'm doing here? I'm just like, I spend a lot of time coming up with good titles here, right? Like I will do this over and over and over. See, KineMaster editing on Android. And I'll just keep tweaking this, and I'll keep tweaking this, and I'll keep tweaking this. KineMaster, let's try this tutorial. Tutorial. Let's just try Android. Let's try something simple here. Good. Nope. Let's see here. Related says add YouTube to the title. Yeah, we'll try that. So, but it's also, yeah, it's also, ooh, no watermark. That's a good one. KineMaster video editing, no watermark. Let's try, see what that does. Good. Nope. Okay. Video for YouTube. Right? You see what I'm doing? I'm going through all of these different things. Oh, we're getting, okay. KineMaster video editing for YouTube. But I don't know if I want that or not. But you get the idea here, right? I'm going through this over and I'm over and I over and over and over. Hey, Daniela's channel, how's it going? Time for the Twitter shares. Yeah, share this out on Twitter if you have not already. Let's see here. KineMaster. Let's see here. KineMaster editing tutorial. Did I type that one in yet? KineMaster editing tutorial. Poor. Definitely not going to do that one. Video edit. Editing. Smartphone. Right? Good. So I know there's an answer here. I know there's something that's going to give me an excellent, and I'm going to keep working this and working this and working this. All right, Android can. Okay, let's try this one, Leron. Hold on here. Let's see how much you know. Android KineMaster editing. Let's see what that one does. All right, this is fascinating stuff. Nope, let's try like a pro. Very good. So that's a little bit better, right? Let's see. Android KineMaster video editing. Right? So if you're just like racing through your titles and you're just thinking, oh, I'm just going to throw some stuff up there. Like this is the stuff, like what you see right here. These are the things that people who generally get a lot of views and who are growing their channel rapidly. This is a lot of the stuff that you do. Right? And by the way, like you have all of this stuff down here too. I'm just focusing on the actual searching here. But if you come over here to related, or you can also come down here to tags and you can look at the score analysis down here on the bottom. So let's tap on this one here. Boom. Look at that one. Right? And that one came over from over here. It was basically suggested from, you know, other related searches. Now, I don't know on Android. That one's an interesting one. Android video editing KineMaster on Android. And then unweighted. Yeah, good. So I would probably tweak this a little bit more. I mean, that's pretty good. Excellent, excellent. I would probably tweak it a little bit more and try to get the good. Like some people just focus on the weighted. And I think if you're going to focus on one of them, weighted is the way to go. But I would probably tweak it just a little bit more to try to get good up to very good. However, I'd probably be happy to run with that. But that's how you do it. And Leron makes a great point here. This is not for after the video. This is before the video. So before, like when I have video ideas, I'll sit down and I will just completely hammer these over and over and over. I've said it before, I often spend more time looking for the right title than I do filming the actual video itself. And I bet I just lost a ton of people while I was doing that, because usually that happens when I go off screen and I start showing how to actually do something. People are like, nope, not interested in actually learning how to do something. And those people will dip. So what I do, yeah, that search is very high, Dr. Sin. Yeah. So what I do is I'll do that. I will sit down and I'll figure out the best possible one that I could find. So I might sit down for an hour sometimes. Sometimes it comes right away. Sometimes you type it in and boom, there it is. Excellent. And I'll run with that. So what I do is I start with the title. Then when I go to record the video, I try, and sometimes I forget, but I try to also say my title in the beginning of my video. So whatever my actual title is, I might say, hold on, what was the actual title here? Give me 1 second. So the actual title is Android Video Editing KineMaster Tutorial on Android. I might start my video with saying, today I'm showing you how to, how would I frame that? Today I'm showing you Android video editing using today I'm showing you Android video editing in a KineMaster tutorial. See, by you putting the two Androids on there to throw me off, but you get what I'm saying. Today I'm going to show you Android video editing with a KineMaster tutorial, something like that. This title's a little bit wonky how it's framed, so I'd probably choose something a little bit better. But I say that in the beginning, so it's in my title. I say that. I add captions to my video, add captions to most of my videos. And because when you add those captions, those show up down there too, right? And then I use that same thing out of my title. That's going to be put together in the first sentence of my description as well. So I've got it in the title. I'm saying it in the video. I've got it in my description, and it's in my tags. It's my first tag. Then the rest of my description and the rest of my tags are going to be based on that, and I'm going to be using variations of that to craft a few sentences or a paragraph or two in a conversational manner. And I'm also going to add my tags. I'm going to add entire phrases, and I'm also going to add individual words as well. But you got to think of it in terms of how are people searching for this stuff, right? People usually don't search with a single word. They usually search in phrases. So a lot of my tags and a lot of the things that I write in my titles are additional phrases that I found that people have used for searching. So if that made sense to you, for those of you who stuck around for that entire time, if that made sense, type in yes. If that says no, if that did make sense, type in no. Oh, yeah, Leron. And yeah, that's like if you want to just go a step further and ice the cake, he says, ideally, there should be a playlist in the same keyword too. Yeah. Like you can keep going, right? You can keep going. It all takes time. Hey, Daisy Noib, how's it going? Daisy understands. Daisy always understands. Hey, Sammy, how you doing? Studio Geek 32. I'm doing well, man. Thanks for asking. 30-day review says, what about product seems that works in a product name? Any way to suggest? Hold on. What about for product seems that works in product name? Any way to suggest to spice up the titles? If you're using product names, you're doing a review of something, the process is the same. I'm going to get in there and I'm just going to keep working it and keep working it. I mean, I look at a title like a lump of clay, right? It's just like a square lump of clay that I just took out of the wrapper, and I have to mold it and carve it or spin it, right? I've got to turn this lump of clay into something that's going to make sense for YouTube, because this is one of the things that tells YouTube what my video is about. The title, the description, the tags, all of these are the things that tells YouTube what the video is about. This then helps YouTube suggest that video out to other audiences, because YouTube wants to take your content and they want to find an audience for that video. A lot of people will say things like, oh, YouTube's not giving me any love. YouTube doesn't like Spanish speakers. YouTube doesn't like this particular niche. YouTube wants to find a home. YouTube wants to find an audience for your content. YouTube wants to run ads on those videos. It makes sense if YouTube can find an audience for every video on the platform, and that's what they try to do. So if you're not giving them all of the information that they need, if you're not feeding YouTube, like I said on Friday, look at your description, look at your title, look at your keywords, look at it like you're feeding YouTube. If you're withholding food from YouTube, it's not going to suggest you out properly. But if you give it everything that it needs, and don't get me wrong, sometimes you think you're doing everything right. Excellent title, 100 out of 100. Man, I nailed it on a description. My topic is hot. My tags are on point. And then you put it up, and sometimes it just doesn't work out. I mean, that's happened to everybody. It will happen to you if it doesn't. If it hasn't already, it will happen to you. You have those videos where you're like, I'm doing everything right. This video is going to crush, and then it doesn't. And I don't have an answer for that. Leron knows exactly what I'm talking about. Don't get me started. Yeah, Leron and I were just talking about this. Like this happens. Yeah, Jefe, you have to feed the algorithm correctly. The algorithm is hungry. YouTube is hungry. You have to feed it with the correct food, right? What happens if you feed yourself with crappy food, right? You're going out, you're eating Big Macs every day, tons of ice cream like I do, right? What happens? You're going to get out of shape. You're going to get you're overweight. You're probably going to have health issues, right? But if you're eating correctly, you're eating your vegetables, you're getting enough protein, you're getting enough complex carbohydrates, you're eating correctly, you're going to look like Terry Warfield, right? You're going to look like Viper with the guns, right? You got to feed YouTube correctly. And this is where so many people make the mistake of just, shooting the video. That's just part of it, right? That's just one thing that you have to do as a creator, just one little sliver of a thing that you have to do. Okay, now the video's done, but you should have already researched the title. You should have already researched and thought about what you're going to put in your description. You should have already researched your tags. And then on top of everything else, you've got all of that put together. Man, title on point, description, so proud of it. Tags, gonna kill this one. Video, it's the best work I've ever done. Now you've got your thumbnail. So you got to make sure that your thumbnail is on point, because if all of that is put together, but your thumbnail is not on point, you might be served up to someone when they go to YouTube, they type in how to, whatever, XYZ, boom, there's your video in a sea of videos, right? Your video is going to show up. I'm just going to use this as an example here. Android editing on Android here. So give me 1 second. I'm going to close this out. So if we go here, and we're coming back to the browser here. But if you look, so Android video editing KineMaster tutorial, of course, Justin Brown, he owns this stuff. What's funny is, because I do mobile stuff, so anytime I'm doing something for mobile related, app related, almost always Justin Brown from Primal Video shows up, or my brother shows up. So I have to compete with these guys. But let's say you type this in and your thumbnail shows up somewhere down here. Well, now you've got to win the click. And by the way, just look at how much. Look, Justin's on top here. He's on top here. And by the way, he's on top because his thumbnail is performing well. So he's getting the clicks, and his watch time is high on these videos. That's why he's going up. And there's other things too. Like if you look at that exact title, you might not get the exact results. A lot of this can be based on your search history and who you subscribe to and that sort of thing. But then you come down and you've got more different people. There's Justin there. Justin owns this. There's my brother, right? So if your thumbnail is not on point, you've done all the other work, but your thumbnail doesn't have a high CTR, you're not getting the click, which means you just kind of drop the ball. Whew. Yeah, Jefe, Justin's a beast. That guy is a beast. Handles both, desktop and mobile. End game, that's right. Hashtag end game. Hey, Stephen Blanton, how's it going, man? Nice to see you in here again. Again. The Gamical, look at his video on making good thumbnails. Oh, thank you, man. So that's the process. That's the process. And a lot of people who are putting their videos together and they're not growing. Hey, I'm not growing. I'm making these videos and I'm putting them up there and I'm growing. You're probably skipping a lot of that. You're not spending the time to research the right videos to put up there. And you got to make sure that your video is good. You got to make sure your video's, providing value, right? There's all of these things that we have to do. It's not just this or that. I get emails. Everybody, a lot of us in the creator space or the education space here, you get emails all the time. You get DMs. Hey, I'm not growing. Why? It could be a lot of reasons, right? Did you rush your title? How's your description? How's your thumbnail performing? How's the watch time on your video, right? There's just so many things that you got to do. Hey, Ghost Dog, how's it going? Hi, Narji. Narji, did I pronounce your name correctly? Narji? So that made sense to most of you. I know I saw a couple of no's in there. If that did not make sense to you, this is something that you need to learn. This is something that you need to spend the time to acquire the skills to learn how to do this, because unless you just get lucky with a viral video like a bear sitting next to a guy on a creek, or some weird video like that, you're going to be in the trenches slugging it out with everybody else. And this is something that you need to learn how to do if you want to succeed. Hey, Driven Trekking, how you doing? Hey, Draw Technic, how's it going? All right, I'm going to go back. You can pronounce it that way. Hold on, see. You can pronounce it that way. Is it Nargi, or Nargi? Flash in your face. Yes, be careful of the bear videos. So yeah, we talked about this on Nimmin Live several weeks ago. I like to use Roberto Blake as an example. I don't know what is going on with YouTube, but I'm subscribed, bell notification clicked. I watch Roberto's content. I don't watch all of the videos, but I watch the videos that I think apply to me. I watch a decent amount of content. He uploads a lot, right? I don't always get the notifications for his videos, and it's frustrating. However, there was one time YouTube suggested a video to me, and it was like a bear. It was like bear sits next to guy. It was a bear next to a creek and like an empty chair in the thumbnail. And I'm like, okay, I'll watch this. And I tapped on it. I watched one bear video. Hey, Shock Trooper Productions, how's it going? I watched one bear video, and for weeks, YouTube hammered me. Like every 3 videos in my feed, every 3 videos was a bear video. And then when I stopped watching the bear video, then they tried other animals. Okay, well, he's not interested in bears anymore. How about giraffes? No. How about tigers? Nope. How about, right? Like they did that to me for weeks on end, but I can't get the notifications. I can't get all the videos. I can't get notified from all the videos from the people who I actually want to watch. Very frustrating. So be careful when you tap on those bear videos or those prank videos. If you're not subscribed and they start sending you those videos with 30 million views on them, be careful clicking on those, because they will bombard you with that stuff. But the funny thing is, though, to be fair, sometimes YouTube will serve me bizarre video. Okay, another perfect example. About 2.5 or 3 weeks ago, and I told Nick about this. I was laying in bed. My girlfriend was already asleep, and I'm laying in bed. I can't sleep, and I just wasn't in the mood to watch anything. Nothing at all. I know you're that way. You're just like scrolling. You're just like, I'm really not, I want to watch something, but I'm not in the mood to watch anything, right? YouTube's like, nope, not today. We got you. And they served up, they suggested to me multiple videos all at once of the tsunami that happened in Japan several years ago. Right? You remember that big tsunami that went, hit Japan, Fukushima, right? That whole thing. Out of the blue, here's like 6 or 7, it's like every 2 videos, here's another tsunami video out of the blue. I'm like, that's what I want to watch. So they got me, right? They knew exactly. Like I scrolled past hundreds of videos probably, and then here's the tsunami one. I was like, okay, you got me. And then I tapped on the tsunami video, and then that led me to another. I probably watched 10 different tsunami videos, and you can imagine what happened. I got suggested I'm still getting suggested tsunami videos. That's a great question, Dr. Sten. Based on my location, I don't know. I don't know what made YouTube. I mean, they tried everything. You're interested in cars? Nope. You're interested in this? How about a bikini haul? Here's a hot girl doing a bikini haul with big boobs. You want to look this? No, I'll pass on that because I don't want to get bombarded with these. And you go on to the next. Oh, a tsunami. I'll take the tsunami. And then bam. Then I'm just poor choice of words here. I was flooded with tsunami videos. Godzilla. Yeah. Oh. All right. I'm heading back to the forum. I'm going to answer a few more questions here. You never get hair care, but I watched a couple of videos of like the barbers where they do like the fancy trimming with the beards. I watched a couple of those, and it's just like, hey, Eileen Smith, how's it going? I watched a couple of those, and I got bombarded with those for a while. You know how it is. Everybody has YouTube. You know how it goes. All right, the next question. Man, it's amazing how we get sidetracked here. This one comes from Alex Talks, who says, how do you make a subscribe animation like yours for free or on iPad or on Windows. Okay, so if you want to make a, I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna play this because I think this is what you're interested in here. I'm gonna play this real quick. If that's what you're talking about, I made that inside of a video editor. If you, whatever you have that allows layers, you could make this in KineMaster. You could use it, Power Director, LumaFusion. What else you could use? Video Show, Video Leap, anything that supports layers, any video app that you have, or software on your computer. I just built those up with layers. I started with the background, then I used Photoshop to make the images, and I literally just animated them. Yes, you would be able to do that in Filmora. It takes a while. What are those types of things called? Like that would probably be called a stinger. Like that's what I would call it. Yeah, it took me a little bit of time to make. You know, the animation was kind of the hardest thing, moving the hand in there and that sort of thing. No music here. Did you hear the sound? Can you hear the bell when that bell gets clicked? Could you hear that? Was there any audio with that at all? Yes. Okay. Good. Okay, I was gonna say that was supposed to have. If I was doing that the whole time and there wasn't sound, that would be funny. Yeah, there's like static sounds and all kinds of stuff. You still hear music. Okay. Yeah. Probably because I'm on this. Yeah, I'm on this scene and the music wasn't turned down all the way. I bet you don't hear music now. All right. Next question. Okay, this one comes from the Mac. It's not a question, it's just a comment. It says, I want to say thank you so much for helping me grow from 15 subscribers to over 300. Woo! Man, congratulations. That's awesome. That's awesome. More milestones. You know, again, for those of you who are just joining us, can we get another hashtag congratulations for everyone who is growing, for everyone hitting those milestones? That's fantastic. Okay, Dr. Stin, you got bell and static. Okay, perfect. Shock Trooper Productions, any recommendations on how to write a good video description? Yeah, so you start with the title, like I just showed you how to do a minute ago. If you're just joining us, go back and watch this on the replay around the 1 hour, 15-minute mark. And once you have your title together, your first sentence should have your title in it in its entirety. And write it out in a conversational way. This video shows you how to this, or it just might write itself out normally. Then your description from there, take the next few sentences from there to build out a paragraph of, in a conversational way, variations of your title. Use those keywords and build your description to be keyword rich, again, in a conversational way. You don't want to like stuff it and make it abnormal. You want it to sound like people can actually read through it and it makes sense without you just like hammering keywords at them. Metal for breakfast in the house. He comes in with the, yeah, metal's in the house. I can feel it in the air tonight. Oh, Lord. Metal for breakfast. Oh, Lord. Guys, you know, I'm just going to put this out there. Metal for breakfast. First of all, if you're not following him on TikTok, if you have TikTok, you need to go follow Metal for breakfast. And you need to follow him on YouTube. He is probably one of the most creative and funny dudes on the entire YouTube platform right now. And he's another one of those guys. I think Friday I was talking about Terry Warfield. Like, you're going to wish that you got in on Terry Warfield when he was still small. Metal for Breakfast is one of those guys. Like, I'm just waiting for the day where Metal for Breakfast has his video, you know, his whatever, his Peter McKinnon video, the 60 camera or the whatever, however many camera hacks in 60 seconds. I'm waiting for Metal's video to where it's like he just goes. It's coming. It's coming. I can feel it in the air tonight. Oh, Lord. All right, next question. I'm going to answer a couple more of these, and then I'm going to hop into the channel reviews here. Hold on here. It's at 60 frames per second. It seems to be okay. Use my phone. Okay, I'm not sure. This one's from Lewis Coffee, who says, when I try to import my video from my 10S to my PC, it looks so bad. I'm shooting 4K at 60 frames per second specifically. 30 frames per second seems to be okay. 1080 is okay too. But I really want to use my phone to its best, and I don't want to buy Filmic if I can't use the footage. I don't have any problems pulling 4K footage into my PC if I'm going to use my PC to edit. However, sometimes things will get out of sync and it might crash my video editor. But I don't have any problems where it comes in so bad. And I don't have an answer for you there because I'm not sure. I would make sure that everything is updated on your XS. If anybody else has had an iPhone, if you had this problem shooting XS, hey, Daniel Battelle, how's it going? Daniel, how is social media marketing world? Rumor has it, Daniel Battelle, that you had the raddest shoes in the entire event. The raddest shoes in the event. Steven says, am I the only one who isn't a fan of Filmic Pro? No, Filmic's an acquired taste. You know, there's something to be said about just being able to run and gun, just using the native app inside the camera. And if you're just getting started, if you're doing all of this and everything's working fine for you already, or you don't have, that's fine. You don't need Filmic Pro. You don't need the moment. Just use my native recorder in my iPhone or my Android. Whatever comes with the phone, I make sure the settings are set to the highest option or to the highest possible quality, and just run and gun. Sometimes I don't want to deal with exposure and all that stuff. So whatever works for you. Daniel says social media marketing was great, and you have red shoes. Is that what you said? Red shoes? I thought rad shoes. Yeah, they were white. I saw that. Hey, what's up, PhotoFin, you're back. Hey, Alex, how's it going? Alex? I always feel like I'm like messing your name up when I say that. Yeah, you use the native camera on the iPhone. Yeah, that's the thing about the new phones specifically. Like even out of the box, out of the gate, the phones are fantastic. The cameras in the phones are fantastic. Like my iPhone XS, the Galaxy S9 that I have. I was playing with the S10 at the mall. Just out of the box, man. Just hit amazing footage. Amazing footage. All right, moving on to the next question. Unfortunately, I can't help you with the 4K footage because I haven't had that happen. Like, if I haven't solved that problem, I don't know what to tell you. But to be honest with you, I mean, if you're not uploading in 4K and you can get by with 1080, go with 1080. Or you could test it with the Moment app. Does Moment shoot 4K? I think it does. Give me 1 second here. Let me look. Where is my camera apps? Oh, give me 1 second here. The Moment. Here, we're gonna look at the Moment app real quick, and let's see what their quality is for video camera. Because I'm not 100%. I think they shoot 4K. So I can come up here. Yeah. So I'm on a XS, and this is the Moment app. I think this costs like $2.99. So they shoot 4K here, and I can choose 60 frames per second, 24, 30, 48, and 60. So the Moment is like $3, and you can test the 4K footage on that to see how that looks on your phone. But like, if I'm shooting on my phone, content that's shot on my phone, I always shoot at 1080p. If I shoot something in the studio these days, that I will shoot in 4K, but then I downgrade it to 1080p to upload it to YouTube. I just shoot it in 4K in the studio because it allows me to do those punch-ins. Like I can be back a little bit, and then I can edit and punch in without any quality loss. All right, next question. This one comes from Brick Ninja, interesting name. It says, I'm putting out different Lego videos, but I'm not increasing subscriber growth. What am I doing wrong? So you're not increasing subscriber growth. You know what? So I don't pull you up here on the phone just because I've already got this set up. I'm going to do it here. 1 second. Boom. Okay. Let me look and see what's going on. Lego videos. And I know I can, you know what? Let me frame this just a little bit better here. Hold on. Boom. Okay, so right out of the gate, I'm going to say with Lego videos, I'd probably put something in your channel header, let them know what you're doing with Lego videos specifically. Also, because your channel is brand new, I would focus everything on growing your YouTube channel. If that's your growth, which I believe it is based on your comment, I would remove the Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter for now. Wait till you get a little bit bigger. I wouldn't give anybody a chance to actually leave the platform just yet. I would drive everybody down to subscribe to your channel. Looking at your videos, I can tell you that think of it like this. Your channel is called Brick Ninja. Right? Brick Ninja. And with a channel name like Brick Ninja, here above the fold, your top 8 thumbnails, only 4 of them have Legos. And only 2 of them are like very clearly about Legos. Right? So I would work on your thumbnails. I would work on your titles. I already went over how to get into titles. But yeah, look, the Lego thing is fierce. Absolutely fierce. So work on your titles, work on your thumbnails, work on your description. You got to work on all of that stuff to bring in more views. Then it becomes a numbers game. Make sure you ask them to subscribe, but don't just say subscribe to my channel. Tell them what they can expect if they can subscribe to your channel. Right. Stick to your value proposition, Daniel Battelle says. So if you're making daily Lego, I don't know what you're doing here. If you're doing like let's just say, your stuff is kind of a mix too. So you're doing builds, then you've got challenges where you're stepping on a Lego. You're kind of all over the place. So pick one thing and then tell them what your channel is about. Focus everything on there. And then when you ask them to subscribe, say something about if they want more of that, whatever that is going to be, consider subscribing. Yeah. And Eric Waite says, and be patient. Yeah, I mean, you're just getting started. I mean, 50 subscribers. How long have you been doing this? You've been doing this for about 3 months. So, a lot of people come onto YouTube and they think this is going to be a fast thing. I'm going to make content. I'm going to put it up and I'm just going to explode. I'm going to be a professional YouTuber and make money and, all that stuff. It takes time. Like you got to learn how to do this. You got to acquire the skills to make everything work. I mean, you can try chasing trends if you want. That probably works well with Legos. But go check your audience retention. Look at your audience retention reports. Watch your videos. If you're seeing huge drop-offs, you know that that's where people are losing interest. So those are the things that you can focus on. Costume CO says it best. It took the words right out of my mouth. It is a marathon, not a sprint. Yeah, a lot of people come in with high expectations. Really high expectations. And they get disappointed and they quit. Right? I get emails. I get tweets. You can see people tweeting, hey, I'm not growing very fast. I'm thinking about quitting. Am I wasting my time? And you look at the channel, they've been doing it for like 2 months to 3 months. You're going to be doing this for a while. Like go look at whoever your favorite creator is, go look at their channels. Go look at their channels and go sort their videos by oldest and look at how long they've been making videos. Yeah, some people might have, struck gold, had a couple viral videos or something like that. But most of the bigger creators, they've been doing this for a long time. They have a huge library of content that they're feeding YouTube with, right? It just keeps bringing people in. Hey, Richard's Reality, how's it going? PhotoFan says, are you a full-time YouTuber? If not, could you go? I'm not a full-time YouTuber. That's something that I will be changing this year. By the end of this year, I will be a full-time YouTuber, but right now I'm not. That is a work in progress. I have my plan set out in order to do that, but not yet. But by the end of this year, I should be able to be full-time. Yeah. Paulo and Heidi says, it's a shame people give up so early. Absolutely. I mean, but that's the same with everything in life. Like people go to the gym and then they quit because they're not getting muscles fast enough. They're not losing weight fast enough. They pick up a new hobby and they quit because they don't get better fast enough. That's how life is. YouTube's no different. Just because you're uploading content to YouTube, that doesn't mean that you're going to be a success. It doesn't mean people are going to like your content at first. It doesn't mean that people are even going to find you. You've got a lot of skills that you have to acquire. A lot of them. Lots and lots and lots and lots of things that you got to learn how to do. All right, next question. I'm going to do a couple more, then I'm going to pull up some channels here. Okay, so this is a tough one. This one's from Pirate. It says, I'm a small Fortnite YouTuber with 11 subscribers on iOS. What is your advice to grow more? How many gamers do we have in here? If you're a gamer, type in #gamer right now. So, you know, first of all, you're choosing to be a gamer, and gaming is tough. Gaming is fierce. Totally fierce. And the game that you're playing is probably one of, if not the most played game on the platform. Now, you can definitely do it, but it's going to take a lot of strategy, and you're going to have to look at this. You're going to have to take a step back from your channel and look at it and think about, if I were to subscribe to a new Fortnite channel, what would that channel need to have in order for me to subscribe to that channel? There's a million channels. There's a million, probably more than it. There's probably millions of Fortnite channels out there. What would be your perfect Fortnite channel? Whatever that answer is, become that channel. Learn how to make titles, learn how to make good thumbnails, learn how to write good descriptions, learn how to be entertaining when you're playing your game, learn how to edit your footage. I don't know if you're streaming or if you're putting up recorded footage, but if you're putting up recorded footage, edit that footage. You have to learn, you have to acquire the skills and learn how to be good at this. It's going to take time. It's going to take time. It's going to take a lot of time, but Fortnite, right? Every time somebody says, hey, I'm playing Fortnite, how do I grow on Fortnite? The answer is always the same. You have to be unique first and foremost. What's that flash in the pan? One like D's? Hold on. What are you talking about? Oddball gamer. Not. Okay. So there's a lot of gamers in here. Yeah, I always got a bunch of gamers in here. You guys all know. You know how difficult it is to grow your gaming channel. It can definitely be done. We have gamers in the Discord. They're growing. They're getting, they're hitting those milestones, 1,000 subscribers, 2,000 subscribers. They're getting views come in, but they're putting in the work. They're putting in the work. They're learning how to make really eye-catching thumbnails. They're finding little things within the game, whatever game they're playing, like a niche within a niche. Find something within the game that you can focus on instead of just watch me play the game. Everybody is playing the game. Millions. Does anybody actually know? Daniel, do you know? Leron, if you're in here, have you seen any data on how many people are actually playing Fortnite at any given time on YouTube? I have not. Hey, Josephine, fashionably late as usual. I don't know if anybody actually knows the amount of people playing Fortnite, but it's probably staggering. So you got to ask yourself, what can I do to stand out? Why would anybody watch me over any of these other millions of people? So you need to build the perfect Fortnite channel based on what you think would be the perfect channel. And you just got to give it time. You got to give it a lot of time. Probably billions. Hey, Mr. Baseman. But yeah, I mean, you've just got a couple of uploads. You've been uploading for a month. You've got 11 subscribers playing Fortnite. Honestly, that's not bad considering what you're doing. Give it time. Give it time. Next question is, and I got just a couple more here. It's an interesting question, but I'm not sure I understand it. This one comes from Mr. Mark Maxwell, who says, I have 120 followers on my Facebook page where I upload my videos and my viewership on YouTube has suffered. How do you suggest about siphoning some of that audience to YouTube? Look, if you're posting your content over to Facebook, that's not going to affect people finding you on YouTube. A lot of people are going to go where they're going to go. So if you're trying to siphon people from Facebook over to YouTube, one thing that you might be doing, and I don't know how you're setting it up. So like if you just drop a link into Facebook, and the same thing applies to Twitter, if you just drop a link in there, then it's going to embed the video. And then if somebody's on platform, if they're on Facebook or they're on Twitter, they can just press play and they can watch it right there. They don't have to come onto YouTube. But if you post a link and then post the actual image of the thumbnail, it will not embed the video. It will post the link. So you can write a description, give them a reason to come watch the video, maybe use an emoji, point to the link or something like that, and then put the thumbnail, And then if they're interested, they'll click on that link. That link's going to bring them over to YouTube. So yeah, that's what I do. Anytime I post something on Facebook or Twitter, I post the thumbnail and then I just post a link out. And then I just, I write something about, and I also do things, I also don't just say, watch this video, or I don't just drop the link and then like the thumbnail. Have fun with it, have fun with it. Think of fun things that you can say, give some value, write about what they can, why they might want to watch that video, make it enticing. Everything you type, everything, it's just like your thumbnail. Like it's all an advertisement. So whatever you type before you drop that link, that's kind of an that's not kind of, it is. That's an advertisement. So, get creative with that. Shock Trooper Productions. No, I haven't even started. I'm getting ready to start right now in a minute. Faux Pas Art, how's it going? That's right. Facebook and YouTube don't play well together. Absolutely correct. David, did you want me to get you pulled up again? All right, next question. Okay, this one comes from Asuo Mike, who says, how to make a YouTube channel banner. I'm going to drop a link into the chat right now that I walk you through on your phone how to make a YouTube channel banner. And I think I have 2 videos on my channel. One of them I use Canva, the Canva app, which is free, and another one I use with PixArt. You can follow that and then go watch other videos. I have 2. 30-day review says, any chance you could take a look at that drop? You did the drop shadow. Yeah, 30-day reviews. Let me, you know what? Let me get you kicked. Let me get you in queue first here, 30-day review. 1 second. And then we'll check your drop shadow really quick. 30-day reviews. 1 second. We're going to check your drop shadow. Next question in the form. Okay, not looking at thumbnails through here. Okay, right on cue. Condos Gaming says, what is the best app for creating channel art? If you have no graphic experience whatsoever, you can use the Canva app, C-A-N-V-A, or you can go to canva.com. I'm just actually going to type this out. Canva. They've got an app and they've got a website, canva.com. Free templates. They do have some paid versions, but totally free templates. And they have channel banners in there. They have thumbnails in there. But if you do have some graphic experience, you can look at PixArt. You can look at Pixel Lab. You can look at Snapseed. You can use one of the Photoshop apps. Jackie Heroes Food Reviews says, PhotoJet is another awesome tool for thumbnails, but it's sadly only currently available on desktop. Okay, I'll check that out. And those of you who are asking how you can get reviewed, go down in the description under this live stream right now, and you'll have to read down just a little bit, but I've got a little red icon there. It talks about how I pull channels up to review them. Next question. I'm going to get a couple more here. Nope, not that one. That was pretty rude. Okay, this one comes from Glue Guns and Roses. When I get hate comments, usually about my deep, horrible, and annoying voice, I have been pinning the comment. Interesting. I also respond with something like, thanks for the feedback. I will definitely work on making my voice less horrible. I noticed a few times I did this, I get a lot more people will comment on the video and reply to that comment. I see it as I'm getting more engagement. Is this a bad strategy or no? This happened 3 or 4 times. To be totally honest with you, if that works for you and you're okay with that, roll with it. Like I personally, I don't know. I don't know if just, I have a very low tolerance for nonsense in general in life. So when people come in and they start leaving hate comments or just they're being rude to other members in the community, leaving comments, they're gone. They're gone. I just silence them from the channel. And if they're too bad, I report them. So I personally don't want any of that stuff in my comment area. I don't want to acknowledge their existence by giving them a heart or by replying to them, because some of these people, that's just what they want. They want you to focus on them. They want to draw this out. I don't have time for it. So 0 acknowledgement for me, unless there have been occasions where somebody has left a comment so good where I'm just like, okay, that was actually clever. I might heart this, or I might reply to something just sarcastically, just because it was a good, like, you put some work into that when you thought of, like if they really put some work into it, I might leave it and I'll later come back and delete it, usually, a day or two later, because I don't want my community to turn into, I don't want my comments to turn into a dumpster fire. But if that's working for you and you see that it's driving more engagement and you're totally fine with it, and you see that it's not encouraging other people to leave similar comments, roll with it, right? One of the main reasons, but one of the reasons I also don't, I don't have it's 0 tolerance for it personally, but I don't want people to think that it's okay. Like, as they come in now to leave a comment, because I feel, and you can see it, and you can see it under a lot of videos, negativity will often breed negativity. Positivity will often breed positivity. So I don't want people to think that it's okay to be inconsiderate or rude in my comment area. But if they're not doing that, if you single someone out and people see how you respond to that person, the way you're doing it, which is a very tasteful way, a very classy way of doing it, if that cuts it off right there, yeah, roll with it. You taught high school, so rudeness doesn't bother me. It makes me laugh. Okay. So then, yeah, you've got very thick skin. I would just be aware. Like, if you notice, if you're pinning those comments and you're replying to that comment and you see that a lot of people are also starting to become negative, then you might want to rethink it. But if that's not happening, yeah, take your example, show them that you take the high road. This is how I deal with negative comments. Yeah. I think that your community, the people who are currently into what it is that you're doing and engaging with you, I think they'll appreciate that they see how you actually deal with negativity. I personally, like, just reading how you do that, like I would have, like, if I came into a channel and I saw somebody doing that, I would have a lot more respect for the creator. So there's that. Sometimes they actually delete the comments themselves. Okay, so that's working for you. That's working for you. Yeah, as long as it doesn't turn into a dumpster fire in the comment area, roll with it if that's working for you. Pauline Newman says, I don't have the patience for negativity. I'm with you. Negativity will always breed negativity. I do not engage with those people. I feel you. That's exactly how I feel. But I'm not a high school teacher, so you probably have really, really thick skin, glue guns for roses. So, yeah, I'm sure you've heard a lot in your days teaching high school. All right, that's clever. I think, if you're singling them out and you're like, hey, this is how you deal with negativity. I dig it. Okay, Football Art says, can you explain how to chroma key in KineMaster? Would be a great video for you to do. David, I have a video coming on how to chroma key in KineMaster. I'm doing one in, I'm actually starting an entire playlist. How to do it in KineMaster, how to do it in, I just had my brain just shut off. How to do it in, what's the other Android one? Power Director. Walking through some of those. And I think I was going to do LumaFusion as well. So yeah, that video is coming. I don't know if I'm going to get to it this month. I've got some traveling to do. Actually, the rest of March and April is actually really crazy for me. So I'm not sure if I'll get to it during then. I'm curious, is anyone here right now in Central America or South America? My girlfriend and I are going to be traveling. I think we're going to go to Mexico, we're going to go to Ecuador, and we're probably going to go to Chile, and we might make it to Colombia. So if anybody's down there, yeah, I would love to meet up for coffee or, get together or something like that. Driven Trucking says, does anyone else use Video Leap? I have it. I'm supposed to make some videos on it. I think it's a rad app. I just haven't dug into it yet. I don't know it well enough yet to teach it, to give a tutorial. Good app, though. Sub Boxes Galore says, what is Chroma Key? Chroma Key is green screen. So if I were if behind me right now, just to simplify this, hey, Katie Fries, if the background behind me were green right now, just green color, and I'm recording the video, I can use KineMaster or Power Director or tons of other video editing apps or software, and I can select that green color and I can replace it with something else, just like they do with a lot of Hollywood movies, like a Marvel movie, for example. You might have a superhero that's going to go flying, right? Well, they didn't really fly. What they did is they had them on suspend cables, and they were flying them around in the studio in front of a green screen in most cases, and then they'll replace that green screen with other video. They'll build it up through computers or other video footage that they have in front of buildings or whatever. So, oh yeah, Tim Yonze, to simplify it even more, the weatherman on TV, right? The weatherman is always pointing to, you know, we got a cloud front coming over here, right? He's not actually standing in front of a map. The weatherman is never standing in front of the map that you see him standing in front of. He's standing in front of literally a green board. And then they project the map on there digitally, and he can see that on a monitor. So he knows where to point because he can see on a monitor where the map is actually shown up. Whew. A long answer there. The Hoker 67 Volume 2 says, how will you react if someone makes a diss track on you? You know, if someone, hey, Regina's Hair Salon, you made it. If someone makes a diss track on me, honestly, I mean, I probably wouldn't even listen to it. I don't have time for that stuff. I mean, it's funny. If you want to make a diss track on me, I mean, it's not going to get you views or anything if that's what you're after. But I'm not into that sort of thing. So it's not like I'm going to come at you hard and do like another, you know, I'm not going to like rap battle you. I mean, Dr. Sten, he might come back at you, rap battle, but I'm not going to. Then again, if Dr. Sten would do it with me, we might like double up, come back at you harder. Yeah. But no, you make a diss track. Yeah, I'm not into it. If I were a rapper, yeah, I mean, I'd be all over that. Hey, Tom Nash, I'd love to see you in a rap battle versus Nick would smoke me. Nick can rap. Nick, those, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Nick, we had like a production studio in our house when we lived in the US, and he did a bunch of production work with a hip hop group, and he ended up rapping with them, and they opened for 2 Live Crew. So there's probably video somewhere online with Nick on stage rapping, opening up for 2 Live Crew. So, but yeah, he would smoke me. I can't rap. I can't do it. Yeah, Dr. Sten. That's why they call him the doctor, right? Dr. Sten, DR. Yeah, I think I just kind of dated us a little bit in terms of our age. G. Michael Jr., yeah, really. Yeah, Nick can rap. Nick can rap. Nick can make beats. He can, yeah, we had a whole studio. Snowy Rains can rap. Yeah. All right. Just one more here, then I'll get some channels up. I know some of you have been waiting patiently. Okay, this is interesting. This one comes from Rabbit Care. Oops. Nope. Wow. What did I just do here? This one comes from Pauline E. Newman. D, I'm going on a cruise this coming weekend. Awesome. Have fun. I plan to film with my iPhone 10. Should I change settings on my phone to make my videos pop, or should I leave it at the default settings? That's a good question. The iPhone 10 is an amazing camera. Here's one thing that you can do. Give me 1 second. So if you're using the default camera, hold on here. If you're using the, if you're using the default camera on the phone, you're going to be out on the water. That water is going to reflect a lot of light. So it's possible that your screen is going to get a lot of blowout. It might be really washed out. So on the iPhone, if you don't know how to do this yet, oops, what did I just do? Oops, I didn't mean to do that. So if you're shooting video or photo or whatever, what you want to do is press and hold. And you see at the top, it just said AEAF lock. It just locked the auto exposure and the autofocus. And then I can touch it. I'm touching it right now. and I'm just dragging my finger up to bring in more light, and I'm dragging my finger down to darken it. So if you find that you're on the cruise and it's too bright and everything is getting white and it's getting washed out, tap and hold, and then drag your finger up or down until you get rid of a lot of that blowout, and you can see the blues of the water and you can see skin properly, like that. That works well if you're doing the using the native app. Lee Ryan says, speaking of rap, if you haven't checked out the Epic Rap Battle of History channel, you're missing out. After this stream, check it out. I will. Apparently I've been missing out. The Hoker 67 said, is there any way that you can unban my main channel? If you were banned from the channel, it was probably for good reason. So I can't do anything right now. So if you want to reach out to me on Twitter or send me an email with the name, I can check with the moderators and see what you did. If you were abusing someone, if you were being rude to someone, no, you're not going to get unbanned. And just behave on this account. Mods are swift. They got a heavy hammer. All right, so let me get people pulled up here. I know some of you are waiting. I only have a few more questions left anyway. So let me dig in and pull up some of these channels. Man, I am hungry. I foolishly had a salad before I came in, and as you know, that does not keep you full. All right, first person up here, we're just going to check out 30-day reviews. We're going to look at your drop ship. Man, dude, I'm still not seeing it. All right, let me try something here. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me force this down. Why am I not seeing your update? Let's see. Nope. Oh, you know what? I think it's showing now just a little bit. Okay, boom. Yeah, I think it's showing just a little bit. Yeah, I see it just a little bit. I think it looks good. I would probably put a little bit. Man, I'm super nitpicking here. I think it looks good, but the fact that I couldn't see it right out of the gate, yeah, I might just add it just a little bit more, but I think it looks good. Like if I'm focusing in on it, I can see it, and I think it looks good. Pauline says, I just made some jerk chicken. I wish I could send it to you. Ooh, God, that'd be delicious. I would love some jerk chicken right now. All right, let me get the next channel pulled up here. Right? Epic mustache. Shall we get like a hashtag epic mustache? This dude, he's got an awesome mustache. Okay. Coming up is James the Brovior. And I'm probably saying that wrong. I got to spell this right to find you. Broviver. The Broviver. Okay. James the Broviver. Brovior. I'm trying to make it all fancy. Broviver. See, there you go, making it all fancy pants. All right. Boom. James the Broviver, conquering toxic abuse. Okay, so first thing I would do, like you've got your name in the channel banner. That's cool. This works. You can see that you are getting cut off just a little bit here. And let me show you what's going on. Like if you made this on an Android, let me show you. So here's what happens. Oops. Here's what happens with an Android and an iPhone. You can see the iPhone on the left, the Android on the right. The iPhones will trim it off just a little bit, right? So this is nitpicking here. This isn't going to be a game changer for you, but if you want everything to be completely on point, I would go in and kind of resize this just a little bit. Right on, Tom. Have a good one. I would resize it just a little bit to make sure that everything fits perfectly. And I need to swap a battery. Hang tight. I'm going to be back in literally just one minute. Hold on. we're back. Had to drop some funky tunes there. You guys weren't dancing. You weren't wiggling enough. Had to come in and lay the funk down. Let you know what's up. All right. So yeah, I would just tweak that for your channel banner. Get minor stuff there. G. Michael Jr. says, why do your phones have different times? My phones have different times because it's a good excuse if I'm running late and I can say, I literally just lost track of time. I was looking at the wrong phone. James says, how would I fix that? Drop it a little. James, what did you use to make this with? Did you make this with your phone? Did you make this on your desktop? How did you actually make this? Again, you don't have to. You don't have to change it. I'm just like when I pull channels up, I really just kind of dig in there and just kind of like nitpick. What did I say something that's wrong, Josephine? I probably did. I don't even know. Yeah, I mean, it's, I'm nitpicking here. You don't have to change it. It's just, I look at this stuff, got a little bit of OCD, things like that. My eyes go right to it. Yeah, I would drop your title down. Like if you made this, I don't know how you made it, but I'd bring your text down. Your actual profile picture, I love that you're putting yourself in it. It humanizes the channel. And hey, LHI Productions, how's it going? You're conquering toxic abuse. I can see it. You don't have to change it. But if it were up to me, like if you hired me to do like to upgrade your channel, I would make that the biggest, boldest thing in your channel banner, because the value that you're bringing the viewer, which is conquering toxic abuse, like that's your value. That's your value statement. That's your value proposition, right? Your whole channel, hopefully you're on focus here with everything else. But when I look at your channel banner, I'm thinking your channel is built around how to get over toxic abuse. So that should be the biggest thing in your channel banner. Like your name is cool, your name is important, but at this stage as a new viewer, like I don't know you, you've provided no value to me whatsoever. So your name is not as important as what it is you're doing on the channel or what it is you're going to share with me. Because you got to remember that a lot of people, okay, you're making it on Adobe Spark. Okay. Yeah. So I would remake this and just kind of focus it in a little bit more. And then, so it fits on the Android, or so it fits on the iPhone. Just if it's too close to the edges on the Android, just give yourself some buffer room so it'll fit on the iPhone. And by the way, you can always shoot me an email, shoot me a tweet or something like that and say, hey, can you check this real quick on your iPhone? I have no problem pulling it up and just saying yes or no, or taking a screenshot and send it to you. But think about this. When somebody comes to your channel, I mean, yes, from your end, it's about you because you're making the content that you want to share with the world. But from the viewer's perspective, it's about the viewer. It's about what they are getting from your channel. So the more clarity that you can give them right out of the gate, be it information on your thumbnails, the information in your titles, the information in your description, how you put the video itself together, how you put your end screens together, your cards, how you structure your channel banner, all of that stuff where you can clearly fine tune your message. So when somebody comes there, they know exactly what it is and they can identify with that or they won't. You follow me? You guys follow me with that? Does that make sense to everybody? Right on, PhotoFin. Do I like Star Wars? Come on, guys. What do you think? Shock Trooper Productions asks if I like Star Wars. What do you guys think? It makes sense. Yeah, keep that in mind. When you're putting your channels together, from the creator side, it's about you, right? But from the viewer side, it's about the viewer. It's about the viewer. It's what they get from you. It might be entertainment. It might be you're teaching them how to do something. It might be that they just feel a connection with you. There's a thing called parasocial interaction where it takes somebody like Kim Kardashian, for example. People will follow Kim Kardashian and they get wrapped up in their life. And Kim Kardashian doesn't know this person exists, but this person knows everything about Kim Kardashian. They want to learn more about Kim Kardashian. They follow her everywhere. They leave comments. They try to get her attention. Kim probably doesn't know doesn't know this person exists, right? It's a one-way relationship. And that happens a lot with social media, parasocial interaction. It's an actual thing. You can look it up. So, you have a lot of these people coming to your channel. You got to just think, okay, I got to create for me, but I also have to make sure that it's clear for that person. So clarity in your channel banner. That just went way longer. And we're going to back this up for 1 second because I was asked if I like Star Wars. Do you like Star Wars? Yeah, let me show you what I got just sitting right here. I've got, don't go anywhere. I got a Stormtrooper helmet with wearing headphones. I've got a Mandalorian helmet that I'm working on for a cosplay get-up. I've got all kinds of cool body armor. I've got all kinds of cool body armor cosplay things, thingamajigs, gauntlets, and yeah. Do I like? Come on. Do I like it? Well, I like Star Wars. Of course, yeah, of course, man. Of course, I like Star Wars. All that stuff. Surprise, but a welcome one. Yeah, of course. Come on. Of course I like Star Wars. What kind of question is that? Of course. I got all kinds of stuff here. I collect all kinds of goodies. Pauline, this is where we part ways, Pauline. I'm just kidding. Eric Waite says, insider secret, D wears Chewbacca boxer shorts. Actually, truth of the matter is, when I don't wear boxer shorts, I look like Chewbacca. Super hairy all over. Probably more information than you needed to know. Hey, Zaggy DK, what is going on? Yeah, I got all kinds of stuff. I got like body armor and yeah, I got the stuff. I even got little fans that go in the helmets to keep it cool, and yeah, I got the stuff. Okay, that was too much. Chewbacca, yeah. Wookiee. I'm part Wookiee. Literally. Are you mixed? Yeah, I'm mixed. Human and Wookiee. Whew. Okay, getting back to the channel here. We're going to easily get sidetracked here on my live streams. Easily. Okay. I'm going to get back to your placement of these in a second. I'm going to come down to your uploads here. So let's see, do what you love. Emotionally safe for toxic people. Tough times are not forever. Toxic abuse. Okay, so I think you were here when I was showing you how I craft titles, right, James? Were you? I think you were here during that. If not, go back, watch the replay towards the beginning where I pull up in TubeBuddy and I show you how to actually find titles. If you don't have TubeBuddy, link in the description below. They do have a free version. You won't get access to the weighted feature, but something else that you can do, something else that you can use. 1 second here. Okay, you've seen it. So another thing that you can do is you can just go into the YouTube search bar, right? Let's just see here. Emotionally safe people or toxic, for example. So you can find topics to use by just going to the search feature, typing in, and just put in like, just for example, toxic people, right? Toxic people. And you're going to get the drop down, right? These are all search terms. Toxic people in your life, toxic people in Fortnite. Of course that showed up. Toxic people signs, toxic people motivation. And you can do variations of this, like how to spot toxic people, how to spot toxic friends, how to spot toxic relationships, how to spot a toxic person, right? How to tell a toxic relationship. These are all phrases that people are looking for. They're coming in and they're typing this. This works for YouTube. This works for Google. These are video ideas for you, and these are titles for you. Don't go for the top one. Go for some that are in the middle and a little bit further down. Your channel's a little bit too small to go for the top ones. I mean, you might get it, but it's rare that you will. Does that make sense, James? Like, and for your titles, like if you title your videos with phrases that people are actually searching for, and then you write a description. I'm going to tap on one of these. Hold on here. And then in your description, your first sentence should be your title. It should have your title in it. So let's just say your topic was how to spot a toxic person. That was the name of your title. The first sentence in your description should be how to spot a toxic title, or how to spot a toxic person, ? Or this video shows you how to spot a toxic person, right? And then the rest of your description, elaborate on that using those keywords: toxic person, toxic people, unhealthy person, unhealthy relationship, whatever other keyword variations and different phrase variations that you can use. Write out your description in a conversational manner and build it out that way, and use the same things for your tag. Your first tag should also be your title. Toxic title. James, does that make sense? Seeing my face on the screen is like, scary. Yeah. So yeah, focus on your titles. And then something else that you can do here, James, and I want everybody to pay attention because I'm going to go over this once. I'm going to mention this once here because I don't want to have to do this on every channel. The pinned comment. So let's say you have a video about emotionally safe people or toxic, right? Your channel's about toxic, so you can pretty much make anything about most of your videos are going to be about toxic people. So then you come down to your comment area, you write your own comment, right? And you link them out to a relevant video. Let me show you what I do on mine as an example. So I'm going to use this pick art background eraser. So my title is app to remove background images, right? They're learning, they want to learn how to remove the background of their image. So what I did is I left my own comment, and you see here that it's pinned by D. Nimmin. Then I say watch next. Even more background eraser apps. Excuse me. I let them know what that video is about, and then I link out to the next video. That next video is also about background eraser apps. So you can guarantee that a lot of the people who come down and see this will also tap on that link. They'll go watch another relevant video. That's more views on those other videos and more engagement. All right, does that make sense? Thank you, Pauline. Yeah, I'm still working on colors over here. I have I've got the hue lights and I'm changing the colors. A lot of people are digging the purple, so I might run with that for a while. And in order to pin it, you just go to these three little dots over here. And right now it says, for me, it says unpin because I've already pinned it, but yours will say pin, and then you pin it and it shoots it right up there to the top. Now you can go a step further and you can have one line where you ask a question relevant to the video. Have you been in a toxic relationship? Let me know. Or do you have any advice for people in toxic relationships? Share it, right? And then you can also, underneath that, watch next. So you've asked them a question that's going to drive more engagement, more comments under the videos. That tells YouTube that people also like your videos. And you're also linking out to another relevant video, which is going to give views to the other video. Yes, it does. Thank you. Nick suggested on a video about a playlist. I'll add it in the pinned comment. Yeah, you can also put a playlist here. Absolutely. Link out to video, link out to a playlist. Whatever it is that you want to bring attention to, you can link it out there. This is prime real estate. All right, let's get back to you. Enough about me and my purple background. Let's get back to your channel. 1 second here. Okay, for your thumbnails, I like that you've got yourself on all the thumbnails, but I'm going to give you a but here. I think you could do better on the thumbnails because here's a little bit of a confusing thing. When I first looked at your thumbnails, because hold on now, Heffy, I'll read that in just a second. I like your thumbnails. Don't get me wrong, but here's what happened to me. As soon as they loaded up, I saw you on the thumbnails cropped all the same way. and I saw the cross behind you. For a second, I thought you were using the same thumbnail in all your videos. So here's where this can come in to bite you in the butt. Let's say I subscribe to your channel and I watch this top video here. Or no, let's just say I watch Tough Times Are Not Forever. Tough Times Are Not Forever. Here's you in a blue shirt, a teal shirt, I believe, or an aqua shirt. You've got yellow text. You're sitting in front of the blue cross, right? I watched that video. My brain has logged that thumbnail, even if it's on a subconscious level. And then say a month later, 2 weeks later, YouTube, based on my watch history or whatever, they suggest another one of your videos and say it just happens to be the one right underneath it, smear campaign, toxic abuse, whatever, right? Here you are again in the same exact shirt, sitting in front of the exact same background, same yellow font, and my brain might say, I've already watched that video, right? Because I've made that visual connection because the thumbnails look the same. I might recognize the topic, but me personally, I'd probably think I already watched that video and I wouldn't click on it because I think I already watched it. Now, thumbnails aren't bad. They might be performing well for you, but just in terms of as you build out your library on YouTube, like this is going to get really confusing. Imagine, I don't know how many videos you have right now, but imagine when you have hundreds of videos, and you're all sitting in the same place with the same font in the same place with the same color shirt in a lot of them, right? So just keep that in mind. You don't have to change them, but just keep that in mind that it could cause some confusion. Other things that I would do, I personally have found through A/B testing through TubeBuddy, again, link in the description below for that, that when I crop my face, when I bring my face closer to the camera, those videos, those thumbnails perform better than videos that when I'm further back from the camera. So you see how you are off to, you see you're in the center, but you're kind of small, right? I would fill that thumbnail up, even if that means it's got to move you over to the left, right? Move you over to the left and then maybe enlarge your text a little bit on the right or just flip it around completely. Just get your face up in there. Tests have been performed, not just for me, but from a good handful of people. If I'm not mistaken, I think some like legit tests have been done with like tens of thousands of sites that show like tighter faces generally get more clicks. So keep that in mind as well. Now, you've got your playlist here right at the top. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Like, okay, if you're going to put a playlist at the top, I might do something like this. Instead of just create a playlist, I might create a playlist that says, if you're new to the channel, start here. And then I would list my videos out in order that I think that I would want to show the viewer. So instead of just create a playlist there, I would think about what value could I give somebody right out of the gate, or what information could I give them to kind of encourage them to start looking at my playlist. So if you're new to the channel, start here and then list those playlists out. You have a start here, but it's just kind of vague. Like up here for create a playlist, like you can literally put the name of the playlist. So just this one playlist is up here instead of all of your playlists, if that makes sense. Then for your actual playlist itself, you can write a description in each playlist. Make sure your descriptions are keyword-rich descriptions. Just like you need to write a good title and a good description for your videos, same thing for your playlist. Good playlist title, good playlist description. Does that make sense for you, James? Hey, my stuttering life, how you doing? Andrew Can in the house. What is going on? Andrew, I hope you had a great time at Social Media Marketing World. I kept seeing you in all the pictures showing up. Man, I totally wish that I would have made it. Looking forward to hanging out with you at VidCon. You were very missed. I got my favorite, Andrew, was the picture of you at dinner. It was like you and I think the Brown brothers and my brother and Cody Warner. Everybody was sitting at dinner together. That was such a fantastic thing to wake up to. I woke up and saw that first thing I saw, along with a voicemail from Justin and Cody. That was great. Okay, yeah, so that's a lot to consider when uploading. I had no idea. Yeah, so yeah, focus on that. First and foremost, get some of that stuff together, come back and see me. Happy to get this pulled up again. All right, give me 1 second here. And I'm going to pull up Simply Mayte because we want to see what changes she made here. Where did she go? I don't remember. What was the conversation we had about your thumbnails? I think you changed the font in your thumbnails. Is that correct? Are you still in here? Simply Mayte? Yeah, Andrew's got a great point. Remember, your channel layout should be easy for your future viewer to know what you're about. Yeah, absolutely. The more focused and the more clarity you can have in your channel. As soon as they land on your channel, boom, you should let them know exactly what it's about. And that goes through your thumbnails, that goes through your playlist, that goes to how you arrange everything on your channel. Clarity, clarity, clarity. If when in doubt, hand your channel to a friend or something like that and say, hey, you know, what do you think about this? Just think about, because you made it. It all makes sense to you. Like, well, of course somebody's going to figure this out. It makes sense to me. For a viewer who's not familiar with you, how you've laid things out, they might not understand it the way you think they understand it. Exactly. Keyword is easy. Make it super easy for your viewers to binge. Exactly. Okay, Simply Mayte. Shock Trooper Productions. They were supposed to monetize IGTV early this year. Like when they first came out. Last year at VidCon. I was there with Andrew Can. Last year at VidCon, when they released IGTV, they said we're planning to monetize the beginning of 2019. I don't know the real story, but my guess is, because it seems like they kind of dropped the ball, like all this, you know, it's IGTV, and then like people just kind of lost interest, and then they haven't said anything else. Yeah, like Andrew said, January 2019, it was supposed to be monetized. They haven't done it. By the looks of how things are going, they're probably restructuring. I see that now they're giving like a full minute of the video from IGTV, putting it automatically into Instagram. So they're definitely trying different things. My guess is they're not going to monetize it until they can pull people back in to use it on a regular basis. So when that happens, you can bet that I will have a video on it, because I had really high hopes for IGTV myself. Simply Mayte. Let me find you here. Simply Mayte. Yeah, I don't remember exactly what we were talking about. Simply Mayte. Was it your thumbnails? We're talking about changing the fonts on your thumbnails. I don't recall exactly, but I do know that some of these look a little bit better. Like the ones that you're using with the bolder, like look at this right here, the cleaning routine and the chit chat, like that bold font is really easy to read. Just be mindful of the timestamp, right? Like on your chit chat live, the timestamp's covering up your text. Same with the extreme clean and declare. Oh wow, I don't even have it up there. I apologize. I thought I had it up on screen. So yeah, right. Some of these are getting covered up by the timestamp. I would put that on the other side and be mindful. Always be, everybody, the timestamp is always going to be in the bottom right-hand corner. It does move around a little bit within that right-hand corner, depending on what device you're looking at it on, but it's always going to be in the right-hand corner. So be aware of that and plan your text accordingly. In terms, I think we talked about removing the black and maybe trying the white. I think that's definitely an improvement. But keep the font bold. Like you have these right here, much easier to read than the one up here on the top with the vacation resort. It's a skinny font, makes it a little bit harder to read. I would just pick one font. Pick one font, a nice, bold, thick one. Use it on everything. The white. Yeah, okay. Huge improvement on the white. Just make sure you're using thicker fonts, because this top one here from 3 days ago, it's a lot more difficult to read than these other 3 here. So just pick a font and run with it. Hey, Driven Trucking, thank you so much. I will get you in the queue. Yeah, so Pauline was Andrew. So Pauline was in the chat on Friday. I did a makeup stream on Friday because I couldn't stream last Sunday. And I mentioned for her to go over to the TubeBuddy forums. So Andrew, if you want to drop a link to the TubeBuddy forum, that would be really helpful. And I mentioned that she could get in touch with you. You're very helpful in terms of being able to show her how to really use TubeBuddy for her benefit. I want it thicker. Andrew, I always want it thicker. I love the thickness. Thick and juicy. So yeah, so Pauline, yeah, this is who I was talking about on Friday, about the person you want to connect with. And yes, Costume CEO Heidi, it was my makeup stream. You missed out. I looked pretty. I was gorgeous on Friday with my makeup stream. I was gorgeous. Should have been here. Exactly, like my steak. All right. There you go. Community. There it is. So Andrew just dropped, those of you with TubeBuddy, or those of you who are thinking about TubeBuddy, you might be on the fence. He just dropped a link in the chat right here for the form for TubeBuddy. Get over there. It's that's where you want to be to get your questions answered. Yeah, I know you were there, Heidi. But you didn't notice my makeup. You were there and you didn't notice my makeup. So I'm a little bit hurt. A little bit hurt on that one. All right. Where am I? Who's up next? Okay, so we got Christina. Okay, we answered Eric's. We got to Tana Does Tech. Thanks for looking at the last stream. And yes, Apple took your opinion for Super Chat. Okay, Robin Hood Warrior. You are up next, Robin Hood Warrior. Robin Hood Warrior. Robin Hood Warrior. Let's see if we can find you. Boom. There you are. All right. Let's get you pulled up, Robin Hood Warrior. Robin Hood Warrior. All right. Robin Hood Warrior. I don't even know what you see. Robin Free Stock Reveal. Canopy Growth Signs Deals. Canopy Growth. Okay. Let me see exactly what you've got in your about here. Breaking investing rules. Okay. So it's about investing. So what I would do is I would remake your channel banner. I'm going to drop, I don't know if you're making this on your phone or not, but if you are, I am dropping a link in the chat right now that shows you how to do this on your phone. What you want to do is build your channel banner up. So obviously it has your name in there, but you need to think about your value proposition. You need to think about what is it that your channel is giving to the viewer? What value are you bringing the viewer? Think of it as a tagline or one sentence to clearly define what it is on your channel. What can they expect on your channel? That's what you need to do for your channel banner. You've got yourself, I'm guessing, in your profile picture. Now, and I'm nitpicking here, what you've got going on in your profile picture in terms of the graphics going around you, it doesn't necessarily match with your thumbnails. So whatever, when you come around to change your channel banner, I would just make sure that your channel banner and your profile picture and your thumbnails has something graphically that kind of ties them all together. It could be a color scheme or something like that. Or you don't have to put anything at all around you. You could just zoom in with your face and have your face. Hey, Stephen Blanton, thank you so much. I want to see if you can clearly define. You want me to define your channel, Stephen? I'll get you in the queue. Thank you. So yeah, channel banner, I would tweak your profile picture. Coming down to your thumbnails, let me see here. Let me zoom in. Oopsie, I just dropped something else in here by mistake. Boom. Let me see. Look around the channel here. Okay, you got your playlist put together for cannabis. Okay, for your playlist, make sure that you write out descriptions in your playlist, just like your video titles. Good titles for your playlist and good keyword-rich descriptions for all of your playlists. YouTube eats that stuff. YouTube food, algorithm food. Feed it. Get your about, let's see, videos. Now, as I'm not familiar with what it is that you're doing. So I'm a little bit confused. So I need to like look over what you're doing here a little bit more. But at a glance, I would say that a lot of the text in your thumbnail is a little bit small. Like you've got this little investing square that's showing up. I don't know. Is that like your identification mark that you're putting on all of your thumbnails? This little investing 2,539.74 cents, because that's showing up. So if that's the identification mark, hey, Nick Nimmin in the house. What is going on, Nick? Oh, Andrew says, ooh, I just lost it. He says, hey, D, we're working on something on TubeBuddy to help desktop users better see how things look for mobile. All right? Mobile channel reviews, man. That's where it's at right there. People need to know how their stuff looks on mobile. So, Andrew, when you guys are putting that stuff together, keep in mind how the iPhone and the Android stuff, how the Android will show it and the iPhone cuts it off a little bit. So give them that little bit of buffer. I would actually use the iPhone version to show them off, to show them that it could be getting cut off on the browser. If you want any ideas, if you want any input on that, man, just reach out. I'm absolutely happy to help you guys do that. What's up, Nick? Yeah, absolutely, man. Send it my way. Andrew, that would be a great thing to have. And we're just gonna go live here with this. That would be a fantastic thing to have right here. So like if I didn't actually have to pull up my phones, if I could just pull up like a simulator and pull it up on a browser here to show with some, you know, some branding or some other TubeBuddy tools along the side, that would be something cool. I would love to actually use that. Hey, Neil, thank you, man. No need to bring me up. I'm Nimminati schooled, so my channel gets a Can A grade. Yes, you do. But can I copy buttons from one Stream Deck to another? Ooh, that's a good question. Can you copy? You can copy the profile. You can copy the profile itself, Neil. You can copy. Okay. Nick says you can copy the button. Okay, hold on one second here. Let me see what I can do. And I hope I don't just destroy everything. So let me see. Yes, you can. You can copy. I can't show this. Hold on. Yeah, you can copy it and paste it, but it's going to bring all the information with it. You can also download the profiles and then re-upload the profiles if you're trying to do, you know, multiple profiles. So, yeah, the profiles. Okay, yeah, export the profile and save the buttons. Yeah, that's how you would do it. So Nick's on it. The buttons are image files, right? Yeah, if you just right-click on the buttons, it will walk you through how to do that. Back to the channel here. Okay, yeah. If you're using this investing 2935, if that's your mark, for one, I think it's a little bit big, but if you are going to use it, I would put it in the same place on every thumbnail if possible. But on a phone, it is a little bit difficult to read. What do you guys think? Can you read this investing 2,539.74 cents? Is that easy for you guys to read? Type in a yes or no if you think it's easy to read what he's got in his little mark there. Hey, Jason James, how's it going? Hope you are doing well, Jason. Yeah, Andrew says no. Snowy Rain says no. G. Michael Jr. says no. True Financials, hey, how's it going, man? Nope. Scully. Okay, so we've got an overwhelming no here that they can't really tell what's going on inside your identifying mark. So I would think of a new thumbnail strategy in terms of identifying your thumbnails being uniquely yours. They look a little bit cluttered. But more importantly, I would take your titles, I would type them into YouTube, and I would look at your competition. And I would say, okay, here's all the videos that I'm competing with. What can I do to make my thumbnails compete with them? Dr. Sten says very cluttered. The green could be very eye-catching, though. This teal color, like that might actually stand out against your competitors. I don't know. So yeah, I would definitely work on your thumbnails. Let me tap in here. Yeah, it looks to me like you're just trying to shove too much into a thumbnail. And what's happening is by trying to put too much in your thumbnail, you don't have a focus. And when there's no focus, it's not easy for me to quickly identify what's happening on your thumbnail. Like, let's just say, because I don't know what your channel is about completely. And there are going to be a lot of people like me. So you want your thumbnails to be as clear as possible. You don't want somebody to have to stare at your thumbnail to try to figure out what's going on. The more, like you literally have nanoseconds as people like scroll through YouTube when they put in their search query, all the thumbs come up and you don't have any time at all. So you need absolute clarity. So simplify your thumbnails and try to focus on one thing. I see like a bunch of different logos going on in there. Try to focus on the one thing, the main message for that particular video. Stocks trading, swing by from a channel. And I would also build out your description. You have a very light description. I would fill that out in a conversational manner, make it keyword rich, get your title in there in the first sentence, then build out your description with other variations of your titles, other variations of the keywords, and do it in a conversational way. I think I already went over your playlists. Let's go back to this one. Hold on here. And come down. Okay, you're not getting any comments on that one. Don't forget the pinned comment. That is prime real estate. We talked about that a little bit earlier in the stream. I think you've been in here the whole time where I go over how to do that. Okay, you're hearting everybody, replying to people, so you're engaging back. That's fantastic. Don't neglect the pinned comment, prime real estate. Also make sure you're putting cards in, because I think you said you're building this on the phone, which is fantastic. Go watch my videos. I have one video, how to build up your end screen. You don't want to miss out on your end screen, and you also want to make sure you put your cards in there, because your cards, your end screen, your pinned comments, all of these things bring more views. So you don't want to miss out on any of that stuff. It's the little things. It's the small tweaks. It's the small additions. So that's what I've got for you. Focus on your channel banner. Think clarity on your thumbnails. Build out your descriptions, pin your top comment, link it out to another video, link it out to a relevant playlist. That's what I've got for you. All right, what have I missed in the chat? I see Nick in here talking. I see Andrew in here chatting away. I feel like I'm missing out on something. Am I missing out? What am I missing on? What am I missing out on? See Jason James in here. Turquoise and white. All right. All right, I'm going to move on to the next channel. Actually, I'm going to answer a question. Hold on, because you guys have just piled these up. Okay, Rabbit Care says, what video camera app do you recommend for Android? Ooh, good question. Video camera app. Here's what I've got on my Galaxy right now, my Galaxy S9. Camera apps, I've got the Moment Professional Camera, which works pretty good. I think it's like $3. Of course, depending on the phone, you might have an awesome app. You might have, I should actually pull this up. There we go. Like if you've got one of the newer Samsungs or the Poco phone, those have pretty good cameras in them just out of the gate. But if you want to get the Moment camera, it's actually really good on an Android. I think it's like $2. Yeah, fantastic little camera. It records video and it records photos. When they first opened it, when they first released it, it was photo only for Android, but now it's also video. Probably like the best $3 you will spend if your camera doesn't shoot good video out of the gate. Do I have any others? So I also have these. I've got a better camera. I've got Cinema FV5. This is also good. Manual camera is good. Cinema 4K is good. And just plain all these apps that you see right here for the camera, these all work really well on my Android. Uh-oh, let's see the Twitter memes. Am I being memed? I get the Twitter memes going on. Actually, let me do something really quick here. Because Dr. Stin is here, so we need to set this up. It is time for the meme of the week. We did a meme on Friday, but we're going to do 2 memes of the week. So, meme of the week. Also from Dr. Stin, deported. U.S. Border Patrol. There's me when I get caught sneaking across the border down in Mexico and they kick me out. Deported. There I go. Meme of the week, courtesy of Dr. Stin. Thank you. G. Michael Jr. says, why do you not have videos for those apps? There's a lot of content material. G. Michael Jr., there's only so many days in the week that I put up like 2 videos a week in general. And if you could see my list of videos to make, it's huge. It's enormous. It's enormous. Videos are coming on all of this stuff. But the thing is, like, I want to know an app well enough to teach it to somebody before I actually make a video on it. I don't want to stumble through an app, and it takes time. I have so many. I mean, if you look at all these apps. I mean, this is just, you know, I've got live streaming apps, camera apps, right? Like I've got a ton of apps, and this is just on one of my phones. I've got other apps on my other Android, on my iPhone. Like I've got to learn all of these apps. In order for me to teach them to somebody, I have to learn them, and that takes time. And it takes even more time to learn them to a manner where it's, you know, where I can teach it. It takes a while. Dr. Stin, you added 2 more in the, okay, I'll have a look. Thank you. All right, next question. I think I answered that one for Android. What? Stormtrooper Lego says, what's the best thumbnails for reviewing items? Not sure I understand your question. The best thumbnails for reviewing items. So if you're making a video and you're reviewing something, let's say it's a Lego for a Lego channel, I would make it a colorful, intriguing, eye-catching thumbnail. I would type in your title. I showed you guys how to do that earlier with TubeBuddy in the stream. Type in your title, look at all the competition, look at all the channels that you're going to be competing for that exact title. Look at their thumbnails, look at the ones at the top and say, okay, this is what I'm competing against. What can I do with my thumbnails to get attention around all of these? So that's the first step that I would take. Next question is, hold on here. This is a technical question. Let's see if I can answer this. Bluz guitar fishing antics. This is probably something that I can't tackle here without actually opening everything up. He says, I shoot indoors on a Hero 5. Okay, yeah, this is GoPro. I can't tackle this on here. I'd have to open up my GoPro and actually try to walk through it. Sorry about that. If you want to reach out to me on email or something, I can try to help you there. But I'd have to actually get into the GoPro, and I don't use it enough to be able to go through that off the top of my head. All right, going to the next channel on the list. Let's see, we got Tanko, we got Robin Hood Warrior. Walter's World. Walter's World, I didn't even see you leave a super chat, man. Thank you so much. I do apologize for missing that. He says, can you speak on using your website to help you with your YouTube channel, or if it's best or not to have a website and just focus on your YouTube channel itself? Debating this for my second channel. That's a great question. I'm in the process of building my website right now, and I think you should absolutely have a website. Absolutely. Have your YouTube channel, have what other social media outlets you have, or if you have multiple channels, and you can have a website. You can have your website just be a landing page that links out to wherever people can find you. You could have a website to turn it into a text version of your videos. You could transcribe your videos, write it out on text, link your videos into it, embed your videos into it, because Google, okay, YouTube, video platform, right? Google, even though it will list a couple of videos up at the top when somebody has a search query, but that devours text. So if you're not putting your videos to text form, you're missing out on a lot of Google traffic. So for that alone, that's why I'm in the process of building my website right now. I want that Google traffic. I can take the Google traffic in, all the videos that I transcribe. I can embed the video. I can also run advertisements up the side or links out to whatever it is that I'm trying to promote at the time. Some people like to read stuff. Some people like to watch videos. So you should absolutely put a website together. Man, I apologize for missing your super chat when it came in. I don't know how that happened. Shock Trooper Productions. Okay, no, you do not have to donate to be put on the list. Anybody who's wondering how I pull up channels, in the description underneath this live chat, go down there and read. I tell you exactly how I pull channels up. Super chat will just take you to the front of the line. Yeah, exactly, Nick. Nick coming in with some info. Websites can be another traffic source. Exactly. Right on, my stuttering life. Have a good one. Pink Lady Luck says, what's the best app for creating thumbnails? I don't know if you're on an iPhone or you're on an Android, but some of my favorite apps are PixArt, which is iOS and Android. Then you've got Pixel Lab, which is Android. Then you have Snapseed. Those are probably my 3 favorite. And let me drop a link into the chat right now. So I'm dropping a link in right now using, I think I used PixArt for this, where I build a thumbnail pretty much like I make for my channel, but not with the same text. I don't use that text in PixArt. So I show you how to put your face in there and stuff like that. You're welcome. Happy to help. All right, next channel. Who's coming up? Faux Pas Art. David, are we getting you pulled up? Is that what you wanted? Are you still in here, David? I think you are. Did you want me to pull up your channel again, David? Let me know. While I'm waiting for you, I didn't know if you were supporting the cause and buying M&Ms and coffee, or if you were wanting me to pull up your channel again. While I'm waiting, okay, yeah, you're sure. Okay, give me just a second. Faux Pas Art is on deck. Where you at? That's F8. And I saw, David, that you were changing up your titles a little bit, which I think is great. I know we had that conversation on Instagram, I think it was. All right, let's get you pulled up. And boom. Okay. Again, yeah. Man, I keep forgetting to send you this. Yes, I got to put this on your channel banner. Ah. Okay, I'm going to go down to your thumbnails because I already know about the channel. I already know about the header. I'm supposed to send you that. I keep forgetting. What's not working? That link isn't working. Where, really? Is that link not working for you guys? If you tap on that link not found, what? It used to work. Okay, well, give me 1 second here. How weird is that? That's weird. So man, I've been dropping links and I haven't had any problems in the past. It opens browsers and gives a not found. How bizarre. I wonder if YouTube has changed. Oh man, this is frustrating. Okay, hold on here. Let me go through and I will actually drop this in here. Give me 1 second. Now, depending on your skill level with graphics, all right, hold on. I'm going to drop 2 links in and I hope they work. So the first one that I'm dropping in, this one is for you if you have a little bit of knowledge with graphic design or a little bit of experience with these apps. There's that one. And the second one that I'm going to drop in is if you are just getting started and you're kind of overwhelmed with all the graphics and everything like that, and you're not really sure how to get started, what to use, that's going to be the next link that I drop in right now. Is the link that I just dropped in, is it working now? Can somebody give me a thumbs up on that? I'm not sure why that didn't work. Bizarre. Bizarre. Okay, so the next app or the next link that I'm dropping in, this is if you're just getting started. That's using Snapseed, another free app. Okay, then it's a mobile issue. Well, that's funny. I'm dropping links for people on their phones for apps, and it's a mobile issue. How bizarre. Okay, there we go. Okay, David. So to your thumbnails, we've already talked about how awesome I think your art looks, but I would be really careful with using fonts and text that's too small, right? Like the paint looks awesome, but like here, like my phone is about a foot from my face and I can't read anything on this thumbnail here in the top. I can't read any of it. This one right here, I can barely make out the faux pas art on the top, and I can barely see like maybe flip cup. So what I would do is I would find, because a lot of your text is that way. If you're going to use thin fonts, you have to make sure that Either you're putting a drop shadow behind them or a border behind them or something where you're choosing the right colors that they stand out. Because here's what's happening. You've got amazing looking art. It's incredibly colorful. It's going all over the page. It's wavy. So that when you look at it, your eyes are going everywhere, right? So when you put text on top of that, like, it's going to be really, like, unless your text is bold and it's easy to read, or maybe it's drop shadow or something that just makes it stand out, like, yes, James, thick and juicy, right? If you don't have a thick and juicy font on there or something that stands out, it's going to be really hard to read your text on top of such a busy thumbnail because of the type of art that you're making. Personally, if this were my channel, I would probably not put any text, or at least I would test not put in any text. David, I don't remember if you have TubeBuddy or not. And if you do, I don't know if you have the Legend package or not, but I would definitely do some A/B testing to find out if your viewers respond differently to thumbnails with and without text. I would almost I would test using or letting my art speak for itself. Just making it as vibrant as possible, not put any text on there, and I would test that. If you don't have the Legend package, then just start paying attention to your CTR and your analytics. Just come to, release a handful of them with no text at all and see how people are responding to those with the click-through rate on them. Because it's not that you're choosing the wrong fonts per se, it's just that you're choosing the wrong fonts for your thumbnails based on the pictures that you're putting underneath them. Like, there's just so much going on with your thumbnails that, like, putting text on there, if it's the wrong font, it's going to get lost. So that's what I've got there. For your titles, how we talked about, I like how you've changed things. We talked about this on Instagram. You're now putting you're putting the keywords towards the beginning. Poured fluid acrylics using a bottle by Soundtrack. And I want to get the opinion of both Nick and Andrew, if they're still in here on this. Do you guys think, and my answer is yes, but I would like to get the opinion of you guys because you have a lot more experience here. So he's doing poured fluid acrylics using a bottle, right? Like, that's the title. Do you think he's confusing? I think he's confusing YouTube by adding things about music, right? Like, if he's adding soundtracks by and then a band name, like, I think that could be confusing YouTube, because you're telling YouTube it's about painting fluid acrylic paint, but it's also about music, or it's also about blues art. I mean, I can appreciate the fact that you're adding music to your stuff, but I would probably save that for, like, a little bit lower down. Your description should be, keyword rich for your video, for all your keywords. But I would, if you're going to mention something about the band or the music that you use, I would put that a little bit lower down in your description. Here, Andrew's a genius on this stuff. He says, yes, because you're telling them painting, then music, painting, and art. You're being, okay. So yeah, you're confusing them. So Andrew, you would agree, just drop the music stuff out of the titles. Yeah, that's what I would do. Because you want everything, David. Like, you want to tell YouTube 100%, this is what my video is about. Because YouTube has to find an audience for your video. But what you're doing is you're telling YouTube, my video is about painting, and it's about music, and it's about a band name, right? So YouTube's gonna be like, okay, which audience should I put this in front of? Because I know if I go and look at your description, you're probably writing the same stuff in your description, and that's confusing YouTube. Focus on one of those things. And no, you ask if you should put it in your thumbnail. I wouldn't put the band name in your thumbnail either. If you're going to list, okay, well, that's what the description is for, right? If they're giving you the clearance to use the song, put that down a little bit lower in your description, right? Let me click on one of these. I understand you've got to give credit, but, like, okay, so let's tap on the first one here. Poured fluid acrylics using a bottle. Like, that should be your title. You know, you might want to research it and make it a little bit, you know, more focused than that, but let's just say that's your title. Completely remove soundtrack by the Mighty Orc. So let's come in here. Fluid acrylic painting. So if your title is poured fluid acrylics using a bottle, like that would be my first sentence. This video shows you how I use poured fluid acrylics using a bottle. Like that's my first sentence. Then I would build out additional sentences. Hey, that's a great idea, Andrew. Andrew says you can also give credit on the end screen of your video when it's over. You could also give credit to like a lower third or graphic that comes out during your video while it's playing. But if you're actually putting this stuff in where YouTube will look at it and say, what's going on here? That's going to confuse YouTube. So you've got your first sentence with your title in it. Then build out additional sentences that are based off of variations of your title and variations of the keywords that you want to focus on. Like right out of the gate here, like you talk about acrylic painting, then you go straight to the blues. Then you go straight into blues art feature, right? Like that stuff's confusing for YouTube. So like the entire first paragraph, focus that 100% on keyword rich text. Titles, only tell them what the video is about. Don't talk about music or anything like that because it's definitely going to confuse YouTube. And if you want to credit the artist, which is fine, use them on the end screen. You can use them on a lower thirds, like, you know, something that comes along, a scroller comes along the bottom, you know, something like this, right? Something like that along the bottom of the video talking about who the artist is. Or, you know, come down to the very bottom here. So you have your keywords down here, your hashtags down here. You could get music by and then write their name there, you know, above your hashtags. Because everything up at the top is stuff that YouTube's going to need. You don't know how to use lower thirds. Okay, I think you edit this with KineMaster, if I'm not mistaken. You can use the text feature. KineMaster allows you to add text. So just add text and just move it down to the bottom and just have it show up. Have it show up, you know, a minute into the video, 2 minutes into the video, you know, special thanks to whoever for this track or music by, whatever. And if you want to credit them in the description, put it down at the bottom. Put it down at the bottom because all this stuff that you're doing, it's gonna slow your growth down because YouTube's like, hey, is this a painting? You know, they're painting, they've got music, they've got the blues. Where do I put this? Where do I put this content? So that's what I got for you, David. You just got to keep focusing. Just think 100% focus. You don't want to be in a situation where music is taking a front seat over your paintings because you've got to tell YouTube what the video is about. Your video is about the art. Your video is about acrylic painting, acrylic pour painting. That's the focus. The music stuff, as cool as it is, that needs to take a back seat in terms of what YouTube knows. So I hope that is that's helpful. Again, dude, reach out to me, hit me up. You know how to reach me. You know, I'm always happy to help you with that. Bounce it. If you got a description, bounce it off of me. I'm happy to help you there. Moving right along. Ha! Nick says I sound amazing in his Bose speakers. All right, Nick, we're gonna do a little ASMR for Nick. We're gonna get some. We're gonna do some water shaking ASMR. We're gonna get weird for Nick. Oh yeah, hope that sounded good, Nick. Oh man. What's ASMR? Yeah, we're not going to go there. Let's hear some beard scratching. Yeah, this is going to get weird, guys, really quick. All right, next one up. Let me answer another question here. Hold on. Next question is... Okay, this one comes from... oops, I just missed one. Let me back up, sorry. My fingers click too fast. This one comes from Clay Plushies. What should I do to gain more views on my other videos? Okay, good question. To gain more views on your other videos, I'm guessing you mean the videos that you've already put up. This is where cards end screens and pinned comments really come into play. You need to learn how to add cards. And by the way, don't add a card too early on in your video. Add your card around the last 20% or so of the video. If you're using your mobile device, you're going to have to go in through desktop mode in order to use cards, and it's a little bit clunky, but that's all we have right now. Same for end screens. You use end screens. You can put a couple videos on there. But here's the thing. When you're putting a card in, when you're putting end screens in, when you're adding a pinned comment, make sure that it's relevant and it makes sense to the viewer at the time. So if I came to your video because I was interested in, video A, whatever topic A is, I'm probably going to be interested if you linked out relevant videos that also had something to do with video A. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm interested in that. I came to this video because I'm interested in red plushies, and then you're suggesting another video with red plushies, right? Other than if you linked out to a video that had nothing to do with plushies, I probably won't click on that. But if you keep everything relevant, then there's a better chance that they're going to continue to, they might click your card, click your end screen, click your pinned comment, go watch another video. And that's what you want. You want to create binge sessions where they watch one video, then watch another video. So the more relevant that you can keep things, the better off you're going to be. Oh, Nick says, wow, you might actually stream, Nick. That would be pretty cool. You probably forgot how to stream. He says, I'm 95% sure I will be streaming this coming Saturday. Yeah, we'll see about that. We will see about that. Okay, next up is Driven Trucking. Let me get you pulled up. Driven Trucking. Let me find you here. Trucking, Driven Trucking. All right, there you are. First impressions, here we go. Boom. Driven Trucking. Okay, you obviously have some sort of imagery in the header that makes sense to truckers, probably. Some sort of a transportation company. But what I would like to see is some text in there somewhere, maybe even a totally different image. Some sort of text that tells me what I can expect on your channel. What value are you going to give me as a viewer? What sort of content can I expect to see on Driven Trucking? When your channel banner pulls up there, I see the Mercer Transportation Company. I got a good idea. It's got something to do with transportation, but transportation is wide open. Are you teaching me how to smuggle stuff across the border? Are you teaching me the ways of trucking? You know what I mean? Transportation, that's a pretty wide open thing. So if you can, hey, Nino's Catudio. Oh, the Catudio. How's it? I remember you now. It took me a second to get that. I hope you're doing well. You know what I mean? Like, think about what you can say in a short sentence to identify exactly what it is going on in your channel. All right, you're still here. Awesome. Hey, Thinking How. How's it going? Scrolling on down to your thumbnails. And by the way, I like that you've got yourself in your profile picture. Right on. Truck Driving Nightmare. Okay, so it looks like you're vlogging and trucking. Oh, look at that. How to tie down your load. Flatbed trucking vlog. Okay, right on. You're nailing these. How to transport an AC unit. Okay. Playing fire. So you're vlogging and you're doing some how-to stuff. Okay, that's cool. You're doing live streams. That's awesome. So you're getting views. Yeah, you're getting views. Fantastic. Truck Driver Nightmare Flatbed. Okay, so I actually like your thumbs. I like that you're putting yourself in the thumbnails. For people who are into trucking, this probably makes a lot of sense, the imagery that you're using for your thumbnails. And you're getting views, so you're doing something right there. Your titles look good. Some of these thumbs look great. Raging Fire. Yeah, that's like, I want to get all over that. I want to click on that. Let's see what you're doing with your descriptions. That one really doesn't count. That's more of like a, let's do this one. So you're doing how to tie down your load, flatbed trucking vlog. Okay. Description, boom, how to tie down your load of shingles. How to tie down your load. Okay. Yeah, okay, I got it. How to tie down your load of shingles. Having the right equipment is key to having to strap down a load. I have decided to integrate my flatbed trucking tips into flatbed trucking vlogs. If you're new to flatbed trucker. Yeah, I dig it. I would probably write this out just a little bit more keyword rich. I'd probably go just a little bit more, maybe put some variations in there in your description. some other phrases that people might be searching for. I'm not sure how you're actually coming up with your titles, but I would try to get some other variations of that into your description as well and into your tags. Scrolling on down to your order, all blue, more products below. Don't forget to subscribe. Depending on what the goal is of your channel, hey, Coffee with Cats, thank you for great suggestions for the channel art last time. I think we got it, but if you have a second, take a look, please. I will pull you up. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Right on, Eric. Have a good one. Oh, Josephine. Josephine says, I have 429 subs, only about 70 views per video. How bad is that? It's not good or bad, Josephine. I mean, that's just where you are in your journey for the type of content that you're making. That's just where you are. Like you can't really compare that against somebody else because that's where you are at on your journey. So as long as you're growing, as long as you are getting more people to come, as long as you are having growth, I think it's great. You just got to keep going, keep learning, keep honing your skill, keep learning how to make better thumbnails, keep learning how to make better titles, keep learning how to sing better, keep learning how to record better, right? Just keep improving those skills. Okay, use TubeBuddy for the titles and keywords. Perfect. Yeah, so depending on what your actual goal is, if your goal is to grow your channel more, I would probably move your subscribe link above some of these other links. But if your goal is to send them out to affiliate links to try to make money, then that's fine. It depends on what your goal is. I would also do something like, instead of don't forget to subscribe, put a little value in there first. Tell them why they should subscribe. Tell them what they're going to get if they do subscribe. Favorite video I've done. Nice. Flatbed equipment. Nice. Equipment used in a video. That's cool. I don't know if, based on what you're doing, if there's, okay, you do full flatbed equipment list. Like if you're talking about equipment and you might do this, like make sure if you're linking out to the gear that you use to make the video, also link out to whatever it is that you're talking about equipment-wise for trucks. I don't know if you can get that stuff on Amazon or not, but if you're talking about, a torque wrench or something that you're using or some sort of a strap, make sure you link out to that stuff as well, because truckers are probably more interested in that than they are, what camera you used. Maybe. Yeah, dude, it looks good, man. You're growing. You know what you're doing. You got almost 3,400. I think your thumbnails look good. Your titles are good. Playlist. Trucking story. Man, I bet you've got some trucking stories, right? I would like to listen to some of this, actually. Flatbed securement, rookie series. Okay, that's cool. Driven trucking. Don't forget, for all of your playlists, you can write a description in your playlist. Write a nice keyword-rich description. Just like you make titles for your videos, description for your videos, right? Good title, good keywords, or good description. Same thing for your playlist. Good playlist titles, good searchable titles, and a good keyword-rich description. Yes, I would be more descriptive on your equipment list. If you're trying to, you're obviously trying to sell things as well. Just think about it from a viewer's perspective. If your audience is other truckers, what would other truckers want? What would other truckers want to see? What gear might they be interested in? Can you find cheaper places to buy gear or accessories than they're getting somewhere else? Check some of these. Go to your about page. Okay. Channels. Okay, you got the community tab. Awesome. And you're using it. Fantastic. 3 days ago. Yeah, dude. Yeah, fantastic, man. Just some small tweaks for you. But the main thing, I would just tighten up your playlist a little bit. Better playlist titles, a good keyword-rich description, and get your channel banner together in terms of clarity. So when somebody lands on your channel, there's no question about it. They immediately know what to expect on your channel from your trucking vlog channel. But other than that, dude, you're firing on all cylinders. It looks great. You're growing. You're getting good views. You know what you're doing. Just some small tweaks to tighten it all up. So high five and fist bump. Right on, man. Right on. And I'm actually going to come back and read and listen to some of your trucking stories. I've always been fascinated with truckers and like the stuff that they encounter on the roads and the truck stops and stuff like that. Okay, next up is Stephen Blanton, who asks, I want to see if you can clearly define my channel. Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. Let's see here. Stephen Blanton. I should be subscribed to you. Let's find you. Let's see here. Stephen Blanton. There you are. Okay, can I clearly define your channel? Well, based on your channel banner, you are a filmmaker, and you're a filmmaker, and you play video games, and you're into pop culture. But I don't know what your goal is for your channel, Stephen. But if growing your channel faster is a goal, I would focus a little bit harder. Thank you, Jay Rodman. Thank you so much, Jay Rodman. Did you want me to get you pulled up? Get your channel pulled up? Moderators, if you can start posting messages on a regular basis that the super chats are closed for reviews, I'd appreciate it. I've been streaming for like 3 hours. I'm going to make sure I can actually get up early tomorrow. So I don't know if Steven is still in here or not. But if you're trying to grow, right? If you're trying to like accelerate everything, hey, AJ Pranks. If you're trying to accelerate everything, I would focus, right? Because filmmaker, that's big. Video game player, that's big. Pop culture, that's big, right? Like you've got three things that are going on. Three things that are happening on your channel that are all kind of big. And you're telling YouTube and you're telling your audience, like, I've got all these different things that I've got going on. Like, you would grow faster if you focused on whichever one of these you love the most. It says, what do you say? I would love for you to look through it. My goal for my channel is to eventually have it to be a network of my content. A network. So, Steven, you're wanting to do more of a variety channel then? Like, if you want to stay with several different types of focuses on your channel, you know, I'm a little bit of this, I'm a little bit country, I'm a little bit rock and roll. That's fine. You can do that. But what it's doing is, one, it's confusing YouTube. YouTube doesn't know what you are, so it might struggle putting you in front of the correct audience, which is going to slow down your growth. It's also, right on Driven Trucking, it's also dividing your audience. So if I joined your channel, if I subscribe to your channel because I came across your video and I think you're a great filmmaker, okay? Like, wow, this guy makes really good short films or whatever. And then you start uploading video content or video gaming, or you start talking about pop culture, and it wasn't done in a way that falls into filmmaking. If it wasn't tied together to filmmaking, I would probably unsubscribe, because I subscribed because I think you're a great filmmaker. Or if I joined, or if I subscribed because I liked how you talk about pop culture or video games, and you started like hitting me with all this filmmaking stuff, I'd probably unsubscribe, because that's not why I subscribe to your channel. So by having a variety channels worked well back in the day. They're really hard to do now. They're not impossible. Thank you, Jay Rodman. Much appreciated. They're not impossible, but it's going to make you grow at a much slower pace, because, like I said, you're confusing YouTube and you're dividing your audience. In terms of looking through the channel, new to the channel, check these playlists out. Okay, you could do that. The vlogs. In terms of like where the playlist goes, I don't think I would bombard them with so many playlists like at the top. What I would do is I would put together, like, new to the channel, check this out. And I would put either my top performing videos based on the videos that either get the most views, the most watch time, or the most subscribers, if growth is your goal. If you're trying to grow, go into your analytics, go to subscribers, find the videos that bring you the most subscribers, put those videos up here. Or, thank you, Jay Rodman, much appreciated. Or build a playlist of those videos. So maybe you've got, 5 or 6 videos in a playlist, and all of those videos are top performing videos. Like, new to the channel, watch these videos. And what you've done is you've just bombarded them with your highest performing videos, so there's a good chance that they're actually going to subscribe to your channel again, because those videos have proven to pull up or to grow subscribers. But by right out of the gate, by loading up all of these, I think you're doing a disservice to the channel. I would just focus them in on what's important, right? Bam, you're new to the channel, focus on this, and then give them something that performs well, because that's probably what they're going to watch first. It says, I had one video from a convention panel I went to. Shoot, I just removed that. Yeah, so if you go into your desktop browser, go to Analytics, go down to Subscribers, then you're going to see a list. I got to think of what it's called. Give me 1 second here. Let me see if I can access it here. 1 second. Studio Beta. Oh, Studio Beta. Give me 1 second here, and I'll tell you the name of it. It's slipping the top of my head. Slipping the top of my head. It's slipping my brain. Slipping the old noggin down to Studio Classic again. Give me just a second here. So Analytics. Come down to Subscribers. Give me 1 second here. And in the watch page, is the watch page? Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, so Analytics, and then come down to Subscribers. And then once you're in Subscribers, you're going to see a link that says YouTube watch page, and it should be right up there at the top. And then that is going to put your videos in, and you can sort them by the videos that have given you the most subscribers. So if you're going to list anything up the top, new to the channel, start here, put those up there, build a playlist out of those, or just put the top performing video up there and use it like a channel trailer. In terms of your thumbnails, yeah, I think your thumbnails look cool. You know, for this type of content, that kind of works for that sort of thing. AJ Pranks, yeah, man, I've been going for a while, very long. Very long. I know the type of content that you're making, it's kind of hard to get titles together for that sort of thing. But let's see here. Go in and check what you're doing. Fever. Drink the Hurricane 1 suffering. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you don't have titles that aren't very searchable, then I wouldn't worry so much about putting them in your description if your titles aren't very searchable, which is kind of hard for vlog and this sort of content. Let's go down and see, are you interacting? Yep, you're talking to people. So this is another good area, Stephen, where you can use the pinned comment. Pinned comment, link them out to a playlist, link them out to another relevant video. Thank you, Heidi. If you can keep that going, Heidi, I'd appreciate it. So you're missing out on that. The pinned comment, as I said before, prime real estate. You definitely want that on all of your videos, because as you build your audio, as you build your video library up, all of those pinned comments, all the cards that you put in your video, all the end screens, that stuff can build up a massive amount of views. Yeah, so that's what I got for you, man. I would say more than anything, if you can just focus your channel, like if you've got 3 different things going on, I would consider, you know, starting an additional channel. But if you're trying to grow this one, man, I would laser focus, because you're a talented dude, man. Like I would laser focus on one of those things, the thing that you love the most out of those 3 things. I would laser focus on that and just do that every single video, every single video, every single video, every single video, instead of confusing YouTube and dividing your audience. Okay, right on. Yeah, you've got my contact, dude. So, you know, reach out to me if you do something and you're like, hey, what do you think about this? Was this a good idea or not? Happy to take a look at it. But yeah, for you, man, focus. If you want to grow faster, put the blinders on. Focus everything you've got. All right, moving right along. In terms of and also I didn't ask you, or I didn't answer your question. What did you say? Can I define it? You want to see if you can clearly define my channel? No, I can't clearly define your channel because you got 3 different things going on, right? You've got multiple things happening, so I can't clearly define it. And your audience can't clearly define it either, and neither can YouTube. So if you're thinking that you're not growing as fast as you think you should, that's one of the things that could be hurting you. Okay, Catudio. What are we looking at here? Catudio, we are looking at, see suggestions for the channel art. I think we got it, but if you have a second, please take a look. Yes, we are going to take a look. I remember you had all the cool cats, so. Catudio. I just love that name. Oh yeah, that's right. I subscribed to you. Boom. What did we change the last time? Did you say it was a channel banner? Let me go back. For the channel last time, we got it. I don't remember what we changed last time. If you can jog my memory, was it the channel banner? Was it your thumbnails? What was it exactly? Yes, the channel art. Okay, so channel art, definitely, you've got more kitty in it. But I want you to look at this really quick. You either made this on a desktop or your Android, because here's what happens. You see, on an Android, everything fits. However, you can see your profile picture is getting cut off there behind, or the text is getting cut off by your profile picture. On the iPhone, it's not a game changer. It's not going to be like, oh, this changes everything. But your text is getting cut off on the top a little bit and the bottom over on the iPhone. So if you're building this on an Android or a desktop, just make sure to give yourself a little bit of wiggle room for your text and anything that you actually put in your channel art. Super cute, though. Antic Care Facts Story. Yeah, I would get that text a little bit smaller, and I would move it so your profile picture doesn't cover it up. Thank you, Jay Rodman. Appreciate it. And your thumbnails. Did we change your thumbnails? Because these are adorable. I like how you're getting the cats. I think you changed the thumbnails. Hey, AJ Pranks, how's it going? Whoa, Pauline, thank you. This is just to get back on your good side, even though I've never seen Star Wars movies. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Much appreciated, Pauline. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. Never seen Star Wars. I'm going to have to give you like a list of Star Wars movies to watch. Start here. Start here and then watch this one. Ignore this one. We're going to pretend these didn't happen. Okay. Yeah, for some reason I was thinking it was the thumbnails, but I love how the cats are all up in here. I love this. Especially that one. That's just adorable, right? All up in there. And look at this, right? So the thumbnail that I love the most with the cat face all up in there, look at that. 1.7 thousand, right? You've got 1.7 thousand on that particular video. That one's just stomping all of your other videos. And that's the thumbnail that actually stood out to me the most too. Like when I scrolled through these, like, whoa, look at that thumbnail. Like that's like, right? And it's probably no coincidence that you've got the views for it too. And this other one, the second one that got my attention is that one. That one also had the most views. So yeah, you're those two thumbnails, I would take a few videos and try to replicate either that close-up shot or, you know, kitties playing with toys in action, that sort of thing, because those two pictures seem to be, I mean, it could be topic too, but they seem to be working. They caught my eye. Both of those thumbnails caught my eye first. Back to your channel banner though. Yeah, I think it's fine. Just move that text around and shrink it just a little bit so it fits on there. Hope that was helpful. Your channel is just like the cutest channel ever. Okay, Jay Rodman, are we pulling you up? Jay Rodman? Are we pulling Jay Rodman up? Jay Rodman has been kindly dropping super chats. Where are you at, Jay Rodman? Okay, Jay Rodman. Let's hey, Andrew Can, you're back. Okay, Jay Rodman, here's what I got for you. I have no idea what's happening on the Jay Rodman channel. I would put something in your channel banner that would give clarity to what people can expect. Hey, AD guy, how's it going? What people can expect on your channel when they like, what is Jay Rodman about? Are you vlogging? Are you doing pranks? You're talking about, okay, you've got a mix of things. I would try to think of a tagline or one sentence that would define what it is that your channel's about. Put that in your channel banner. In terms of your your videos, okay, looks like you've got a mix of stuff. How to make money with your feet modeling. Okay, your stuff is all over the place. How to make money off of online webcam. Model reveals tips and tricks. Famous sexy male webcam models. Webcam models, Jay Rodman. So you're a webcam model, I'm guessing. That's interesting. I would work on your thumbnails. I would try to get some clarity together on your thumbnails because it looks like some of the titles that you're coming up with are interesting titles. I don't know if they're searchable or not. I've never looked for that sort of content. Hold on, Jay, he's on your channel, you know. And yeah, I would, if you can get thumbnails together that are, it looks like you're taking screen grabs kind of. So if you have a picture on here of yourself, like zoom in on that. Like any A/B testing that I've done where it's me further back, it doesn't get anywhere near the clicks as if I come in and I crop closer on my face. Those always get more clicks. So if you can get clarity on your thumbnails, clarity on your channel banners. My crazy life. Okay, you got playlists. This is my playlist. That's about melody. Okay, so something like this. How to make a ton of money online. I don't know if somebody's searching for that or not. You might want to rephrase that a little bit if you're not getting views to this. In terms of your text in your playlist, your description, you don't have to write, so this is my playlist that's all about making modeling. You can remove the part about this is my playlist. You can just put like, videos about how to make modeling or how to make money as a male model or whatever it is that you're doing. Just think in terms of searchability, like how people can type in phrases to search for things on YouTube. There's titles, right, for both your videos and your playlist. And for your descriptions, they should be keyword rich. That helps YouTube find your playlist and serve them out to people. That is what I've got for you. Male webcam model. That's probably a first for the channel. I'm afraid to actually tap. I want to tap on the videos, but I'm afraid I'll have to do that once we're offline here. I don't know what I'm going to get when I tap on one of your videos from a male webcam model. Yeah, Jay Rodman, that was yours. I just pulled you up. If you just missed that, catch this on the replay. I just had you pulled up. In a nutshell, just clarity. Channel banner clarity, thumbnail clarity. Hey, Hybrid Steel, what is going on? Hope you're doing well. Okay, AD Guy, I will check out the memes that Dr. Stan made. Okay, so I'm going to head out of here. I've been streaming for 3.5 hours. I was hoping to get through some more questions, and I was hoping to pull some channels out of the chat today, but I have 3.5 hours. Oh, WTF Enigma. Yeah, oh man. Yeah, the moderators have been posting that the channel, super chats are closed. Yes, I'll get you pulled up this time because I know you have been in here the entire time, but I need to be fast because I have to get up really early and it's already 2:30 a.m. So hang tight. I'll get you pulled up. 1 second here. Let's see what you've got saying. Yeah, it seems a lot of people do. I'm going to have to like get firm about this. You don't want to be like the bad guy, but like, like when people like moderators are posting this stuff and then yeah, I'm going to have to start drawing the line in the sand on this stuff because we have this happens on Nimmin Live a lot too. So I can't even find your channel, which is interesting. Okay, there you are. Okay, so WTF Enigma. Same thing for you that I've said for everybody else. First of all, I love the font and the double stroke. I love the double stroke. I use that as well in my thumbnails. I like how you've got Enigma and you've got your WTFenigma.com, which is cool. All your social media stuff, which looks cool. Everything looks great, but I have no idea what your channel is about. No idea whatsoever what your channel is about. So I would get your channel banner changed and get some clarity. Like Enigma, that's cool. It looks dope. But what does Enigma do? Like your name Enigma is not as important to me as what it is that you're doing on your channel. So I would write some sort of a tagline, a sentence, tell people what to expect when they're on your channel. In terms of putting your .com and your social media on there, that's cool. It looks great. But if your goal right now is to grow your channel, I would remove that stuff for the time being and focus everybody on YouTube. Because what you're doing is you're giving people reasons to leave the platform. YouTube doesn't like that. You want people to subscribe to your channel. You want them to watch your videos. You want to grow and build momentum. Instead, you're giving them multiple ways to actually leave your channel and to leave YouTube. So I would remove those for the time being. Add them when your channel gets a little bit bigger. For your videos, okay, for your thumbnails, I definitely think you need to come up with a way to come up with some better thumbnails, some more eye-catching thumbnails, because I'm not really sure what's going on. And I got to pull that one down. Okay, I'm not scrolling any faster than that because I'm trying to keep my channel family friendly, so I'm not putting the booty on there. But of these 3 thumbnails on the top, they're not very intriguing. So what you need to do is take your title, type your title or copy paste your title into YouTube at the top, and then look at all the videos that are going to come up when you search for your title. That's your competition. Build thumbnails that are going to get eyes on them. They're going to get attention next to all those thumbnails that are currently ranking for your title. In terms of the title itself, if you watched in the beginning of the stream how I used TubeBuddy to come up with a title, if not, go back and watch that. I think it's about the hour, 15-minute mark. I show you how I come up with my titles. You can also use the YouTube search bar. You go in there and start typing stuff in. You're getting a bunch of drop downs. Those are things that people are searching for. Use those. And unfortunately, I can't scroll down anymore because I'm not going to get the booty. So I'm actually coming off of this channel here. Let's see your playlist. Cute little pets. Same thing for your playlists. Titles for your playlist, just like your videos. Think of things that people can think of phrases that people will type in to search for, and then type in a keyword-rich description for that. So that's what I've got for you. Unfortunately, because you got the booties on here, I'm not going to dig any deeper because I don't want a bunch of booties hanging out. Okay, Enigma is an angel sent to the world to destroy your music. Okay, so yeah, you're talking about being a music channel, but I'm not really sure that you're putting music videos on here. So same thing for you. Think clarity. What is your channel about? How can you send a clear message to the viewer to tell them exactly what it is that your channel is about? Yeah, the only one. The booty, right? Yeah, I gotta keep it family friendly. But either way it goes, clarity, clarity, clarity. Channel banner, tell me what your channel is about, and then make sure the videos match that. So if you're there, let's just say you're doing music, you're talking about destroying music, so I'm not really sure. You said dig and booty in the same sentence. Okay, I probably did. Hey, God-given Jonathan, how's it going? Right, so if you're talking about music, make sure your videos match whatever it is you say is happening in the channel banner. Because as it stands, I land on your channel, I don't know what it's about, and your videos confuse me as well. If it's confusing me, it's confusing YouTube, it's confusing your audience, and you're not going to grow the way you want to grow if you don't have a focus. So think about what that focus is, and then make everything about that focus, and then tell people what that focus is in your channel banner. Whew. So, oh, you know what I didn't do? I'm going to do one more thing before I didn't pull up Twitter again, so hold on. You guys have probably been giving me some... Yeah, your thumbnails are the same thing. Like your thumbnails, you need to think about clarity. Like if your channel doesn't have clarity, and like the first 3 thumbnails that I looked at, I wasn't really sure what was going on there either. So you have to think everything, how can I make every single thing clear? If I've got to look at a thumbnail and I'm not sure what's going on there, then it's not very clear. All right, so here we go. Bum-ba-da-da. Right on, PhotoFin. D expressing his love for Star Wars. Thank you, dude. Much appreciated. Thank you, Jackie Hero Food Reviews. Thank you for the share. Thank you, Ghost Dog. Much appreciated. Thank you, Super Dave. Thank you, Charmaine. Thank you, Sweeney Dunstan. Thank you, PhotoFin. Thank you, Joseph. Much appreciated. PhotoFin. G. Nimmin. Thank you, Jay Scully. Thank you, Christina, your real estate whisperer. Thank you, Lil Heart. Thank you, Doggy Services. What? That's like the weirdest face ever, but right on. Okay, so I think that's ooh, right on. So thank you guys for everyone who shared this out on Twitter. Much appreciated. I will see you guys on next Sunday, and we'll do this all again. Thank you everyone who hung out. Thank you everyone who has left a super chat, and everyone who's been cool with everybody in here. Thank you for giving this a thumbs up. If you haven't given it a thumbs up already, go ahead and give it a thumbs up on the way out. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for the love, and I'll see you next Sunday.